Welcome back, familiar to Northside LDN Caramba. And today we've got Madueke saying Arteta is world class. Mel Dilsh. We also have got Saka coming out saying how we are not worried and not really paying too much attention to Man City. We got all of that and more. Big up to everyone that's locked in. And we're going to get through some of the opinions of Saka after the Everton game, a game where we didn't play well. We got the win, but once again, the performances need to improve right now. They need to improve right now. It's not looking good, but we are here. We are still currently top of the league. We're 2 points ahead of Man City, and we're in a position where we can't drop any more points because a one-game swing, and all of a sudden Man City are top of the league, and all of a sudden we start getting nervous. As this team, have they changed mentally? We will see. Has the mentality changed at Arsenal? Are we able to get over the line? Are we going to be nervous at the crunch end of the season? We will see. There's still a lot of games to play for. We still remain top of the table, but only by a measly 2 points. But big up to everyone that's locked in. Big up to everyone that's locked in. I don't think that this football is sustainable. I don't think that we're going to be able to continue to remain top of the league and win the league ultimately if we continue to play like this, because Wolves and Everton game, there's a bunch of games this season that ain't been good enough, but recently we've really been looking fatigued, out of ideas, looking like we're struggling. It's not looking good at the moment. It's really not looking good. But let's get into Saka's words after the Everton game. We've got it here. Saka said Everton made it really tough. It was also on us for not killing off the game in certain moments. Wow. Some accountability. It's nice to see some accountability around this club. We should have killed off the game. They have a good structure with a good intensity. Their players are so passionate, which made it so hard. There weren't really any emotions in it. We take them out. We focus on our job. Since last week, we focused on winning here, and we did that today. We are back top of the table, but we aren't watching City too hard. We know if we win every week, we will stay there. We are in control. We are in control, and I'm glad that Saka's not, overthinking about Man City. But the fact that you mentioned City, you're nervous about City. And I think this whole team is nervous about City, because if City go in front, more than likely they're not going to get overtaken. And like I said, the only way we can't win the league, the only one that can stop us winning the league is Arsenal. Only Arsenal can stop Arsenal winning the league right now. Are we going to have the cojones? Are we going to make sure that we are mentally prepared for the fight? The manager, are we gonna fix this system? Because we're still, yes, Gyokores got a penalty, but other than that, what's he getting? No service. Multiple players dropping stinkers. Listen, uncomfortable conversations, man. Uncomfortable conversations. There's still a lot to play for. I hear it when Saka says it's in our control, it's in our hands, but it's in our hands also to change the system. It's in our hands also to improve the way that we're playing. It's also in our hands to actually put our chances away. It's in our hands to make the right passes, to defend properly. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. Yeah, I mean, this is it's not looking good. We are not in good form going up against Crystal Palace tomorrow in the quarterfinals of the Cup, and then going up against Brighton, and then we got Villa, some tough games. Then we got Bournemouth. The Bournemouth that put 4 goals past Man United. Now, I know Man United ain't amazing, but they still scored 4 goals against them. And this Bournemouth team, when they turn up, they can be a very dangerous side. So it's looking mad right now for us. We are not playing well. We are not in good form. We have players that are out of form. We've got players that are fatigued. It ain't looking that great. It really ain't looking that great, if I be completely honest. So we need to fix up, because if we don't, we will be dropping points. We may get kicked out of the Cup against Palace. People saying our Palace are in bad form. Well, so were Wolves. Well, so were Wolves, bro. Look at how that game went. Do you know what I mean? So, and we barely scraped by Wolves. So if you're saying that, Palace are in bad form, they almost Wolves are in bad form, and they almost got a draw at least out of that game. So this is the thing. It's not even about teams that are in form, out of form. You know what I mean? Club Brugge, if they had better quality strikers, better quality attackers, we could have conceded in that game as well. Let's be real. They had a couple of opportunities where they opened us up. We need to fix up. We need to fix up because the way we're playing right now, I'm telling you, I'm telling you, there's a capitulation coming around the corner. The way that we're playing, if we don't improve, there's a capitulation coming around the corner, man. I'm telling you right now. Big up to everyone that's locked in, man. Big up to AK. Big up the Chelsea. Yeah, I mean, big up Martin. It's a style of playing the tactics. The football is horrible. It's terrible, bro. It's terrible. Are you happy with Gyokores signing? I'm happy with the signing, but I need more. You know what I mean? I need more. Am I happy with his overall performance this season? No, I think Gyokores would be honest enough to say, yo, he should be doing better. Do you know what I mean? For the money that we bought him for, that we expect him to be doing better. But he needs to give more to the team. He needs to give more to the team. And I think even he would realize that and recognize that. So yeah, there's much improvement needed from Gyokores, but I like the signing. I just think that we need to actually play to his strengths and actually help him out a little bit. Do you know what I mean? But at the same time, Gyokores has to take some accountability. He has to do better. He has to also, you know what I mean, work on his first touch, work on his control, work on his timing of his runs. There's things that he can work on. But overall, I'm happy with the signing. But at the end of the day, he needs to show me why I have so much faith in him. You know what I mean? And it's down to the manager to get the most out of him. You know what I mean? He doesn't know how to use a proper striker. No, he don't, bro. Big up, man. He don't. Big up, Familia. Big up, bro. The next Villa game, crucial, I think. Yeah, man. It's mad. We need to step up, bro. We need to step up because right now, I'm not going into any game with any confidence. I mean, we should be beating Everton comfortably. We should be slapping up Wolves. We should be winning these games and we're not doing it convincingly at all. These are not difficult games. It's not like we just went up against... it's not like we're going up against Man City right now that are in, you know, the prime. They got a lot of confidence. They're winning games. You know what I mean? We're looking unconvincing against Wolves and Everton. Come on. It ain't good enough, man. It ain't good enough. Emerald do Arteta again. Far better manager. I reckon so as well. And Villa on a mad run right now as well. Isn't that like 10 wins in all competitions now for Aston Villa? It's like 10 wins in all competitions after they beat Man United, bro. Do you know what I mean? They beat Man United 2-1. They beat West Ham 3-2. They beat FC Basel 2-1. They beat us 2-1. You know what I mean? They beat Brighton 4-3. They beat Wolves. They beat Young Boys. They beat Leeds. They beat Bournemouth. They beat Tel Aviv. Their last loss was against Liverpool, bro. That's what I'm saying. This is what I mean. It's looking spooky, bro. It's looking spooky. Imagine if Unai Emery finishes above Arteta, bro. I don't want to hear no excuses. I don't want to hear no excuses for this manager. Imagine, yeah, I'm saying, imagine if they beat if Aston Villa finish above Arsenal this season. That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. Absolutely crazy, bro. You know what I mean? It's mad. They're 3 points behind us. Aston Villa, 3 points behind us. Has he spent £1 billion? How long has he had with Aston Villa? It's crazy. It's crazy. Nah. I need to go and get my internet, bro. I haven't got it yet. I just adjusted certain things. So yeah, I think it's running okay at the moment. But yeah, man, big up. I need to go ask them either today or tomorrow. I need to go to the shop to get the internet. I need to go to the shop to get because I'm gonna have to order the Wi-Fi. Right now I'm using the router, the dongle thing. But yeah, I'm gonna be asking them for fiber optic. So the landlord said I can get my fiber optic, so I'm just gonna go get my fiber optic and sort it out. But yeah, big up, bro. Big up every time. Big up. Yeah, I mean. Yo, big up, man. Yeah, road to 1K, man. You know what I mean? The weather's been crap, man. But as soon as the weather picks up, man, I'll start filming for that, for the channel. But big up, man. 10 wins, bro. Aston Villa ain't playing no games. Unai Emery ain't playing no games, bro. You know what I mean? The system isn't conductive to bring out the best in attackers. They lose form and around we go. That said, it's not an excuse for Gyokores to play like a cement truck. His first touch is awful. Well, that's what I'm saying. But if we know that his first touch is awful, and that's just he's not technically gifted like that, then we shouldn't need to force him to play in the false nine where he has to drop into the midfield and receive the ball and do a little give, because we know that that's no way he thrives, isn't it? It is what it is. I agree. I think it's accountability on both, on the player and on the manager's system. But you're right. This system isn't built to get the most out of the attackers. The last time we was playing to get the most out of the attackers was 22-23 season. That was the last time. You know what I mean? Now it's to get the most out of out of the defense, not concede nothing, make sure that we're always running back and getting into position and not letting the opposition have any space in behind. And it takes away from the attacking players. I mean, even our number 10, let's be real, we've seen games this season where flipping Eze has looked just like Odegaard. Why is that? We know that Eze is better than Odegaard, but why is there games where he's like that? Why? Because we're static, because there's not enough movement, because we don't do enough off the ball, because there's no runners, there's nobody taking on players, there's nobody creating anything. Do you know what I mean? So it is what it is. It is what it is. It becomes stale, and then your number 10 is holding on to the ball because there's no movement in front of him. There's nobody trying to, try and pull defenders out of position and stuff like that. So this is what you get. This is what you get. You know what I mean? It's crazy though. The table's looking crazy. You know what I mean? It's actually looking crazy right now. Villa being so close, City being so close. You know what I mean? City 2 points away from us, Aston Villa 3 points away from us. It's peak right now. And this is why when I started moaning and people were like, oh, why are you moaning? Why are you moaning? This is why I was moaning. When we're dropping points against Aston Villa, that's why I'm moaning. When we're dropping points against Chelsea, this is why I'm moaning. Right now, you look at the table, and that's why I'm moaning. 3 points dropped against Villa. 2 points dropped against Chelsea. Yeah, just like Tesco's, every penny helps, every penny counts. And this is what I'm trying to say. And when people think it's a free hit and it's okay, two points dropped against Sunderland. Do you know what I mean? And this is why all of a sudden Man City are so close to us, because a lot of this fan base think it's acceptable to be just dropping points against teams we should be beating. We should be beating Sunderland. And now that we're not, now look how close City are. It's the bigger picture a lot of times that I feel like annoy me with this fan base. They don't see the bigger picture. They think, oh, it's okay, but you can't win every game. No, but we're supposed to be beating Sunderland, though. We're supposed to be beating Sunderland. Chelsea going down to 10 men, I'm sorry. We are supposed to be beating Chelsea. We are supposed to. Man ain't even putting them even as title contenders. They downplay their team. Cool. When they're down to 10 men, we should be beating them. We should be beating them. And this is the problem. And then when you're having all these draws and you're dropping points, Aston Villa, we should be beating Aston Villa. But then when you're not, all of a sudden, the Blue Sharks are around the corner. Saka saying that he's not worried about the Blue Sharks. The fact that you're mentioning it shows me that you're worried. Shows me that you're worried, because if you wasn't worried, you wouldn't even bring it up. You don't need to bring it up. It's not on your mind. You don't care. I think this whole team has PTSD. I can't even lie, and I can't fully blame them, because this manager folds when the pressure's on. Let's just be real. I'm saying this manager crumbles under the pressure as well. So the team's a reflection of the manager. It is what it is. You know what I mean? Yeah, facts, bro. Yeah. I'm gonna go to the shop and get that sorted either today or tomorrow. The shop closes at 9 p.m. So either today, tomorrow, I'm gonna get that sorted. I'm gonna go to the shop and get that sorted. Do you know what I mean? But big up though. Big up. I honestly wish Emery never left. If I knew we're going to get Arteta, I imagine Emery with £1 billion. If Emery got backed, would he have won the league? Maybe not. He's not really a manager that wins league titles and things like that. But would he win cups? Yeah. Would he win the Europa League? Yeah. At least would have won one. Yeah, I mean, like that's something I could say for certainty that Unai Emery would have done. He would have at least won us a Europa League. And you know what? I take the Europa League. We ain't never won it. So I ain't never going to look down on it and say, oh, I don't care about Europa League. No, I do care. I do care. My club's not won nothing since the yeah, I mean. So I just, bro. Like, we never won in Europe, yeah? So I'm taking that Europa League and I'm celebrating it with chest if we win it. You know what I mean? I would have loved Unai Emery to have won us the Europa League. Instead, we're here. We're here. Where under this manager, we're too big for the Europa League, even though we never won it with him, but we're too big for the Europa League. But then we're not good enough to win the Champions League. We're contenders for the Prem, but we always struggle to get over the line. It is what it is. I just don't see. I don't see this manager getting it over the line. I really don't. I'm not where I could see something different. I have learned nothing about this manager when things have not gone for us this season. When we're looking all over the place against Sunderland, what was the answer? Take off a number 10, put on a centre back. That's your tactical analysis. That's your answer. Sorry, bro. Tactically, you're not showing me any evolution because you keep talking about your evolution of players. I'm not seeing an evolution of your tactics. I'm not seeing an evolution of your tactics. And what happens? We concede an extra time. We drop 2 points in that game. This is what I'm saying. Against Aston Villa, what was the tactics against Aston Villa? What was the answer against Aston Villa? Because I didn't see any. I didn't see any adjustment. I didn't see you doing anything to win that game. We just got bossed the whole game. So I didn't see any adjustment. I didn't see how you were going to lock down Watkins, how you're going to lock down Rodgers, Tielemans. McGinn was even playing through balls, cutting open our defense. What was the adjustment there? Yeah, I mean, Kamara running the show. What was the adjustment? What was the tactical evolution? Because this manager keeps talking about evolution of players, evolution. Where's the evolution of your system? Where's the evolution of your substitutions? Where's the evolution of your in-game management? I'm not seeing it. The only time I'm seeing you affect games with your tactics in terms of in-game substitutions is when we're going up against Atletico and you're bringing on Martinelli and the finishers. That's not going to work every game. That's not going to work. And that's the thing. I feel like with Arteta, it's a one-trick pony. Sometimes maybe good, sometimes maybe shit. A lot of times, cool, against Bayern Munich, you bring on Martinelli, cool, we go direct. There's other games where you have to change it up. You may need to change formation. You may need to play with 2 number 10s maybe. Maybe you need to bring in, you need to move Declan Rice to the 6 and maybe bring a centre midfielder that can actually, is comfortable in the half turn and that can actually help create and help Eze get more into the game. And that can actually travel with the ball. That can pick a pass. That's direct. Do you know what I mean? Maybe go to your 4-4-2. This manager keeps talking about, I wanted to play 4-4-2. I want to play Havertz and Gyokores together. Then do it then. If you want to replicate what we saw with Inter Milan, with flipping Martinez and Lukaku, cool. Then do it then. Let's see it. I'd much rather see you try something than repeating the same things that don't work. Stale substitutions, same tactics. If you think Gyokores needs to play alongside another striker, then do it. I can see the logic in it. I just don't think you will do it because then you're going to have to drop one of your favorites. You're going to have to drop Odegaard or you're going to have to drop somebody. I don't know. I don't see it happening. Who's going to be in that midfield double pivot? Who's going to be there? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So look, at the end of the day, I'd rather him try something instead of the same old, because I can't lie. The Everton game, it just felt like deja vu. It just felt like, here we go again. I've seen this story again. Here we go. Nothing's changed. We're going to continue doing the same old stuff. There's no creativity. If you want to play the 4-4-2, then play the 4-4-2. Do it with chest. I think Gyokores playing next to a striker. But at the end of the day, we can play him next to a striker. Is Havertz going to pass him the ball? If you're playing Havertz and Gyokores up front, is he going to pass him the ball? Because we've got Eze there, and whether we play Eze or Odegaard, neither one of them are trying to find Gyokores. So is Havertz going to be instructed to find Gyokores? Or is Gyokores going to still have to lean to the right or lean to the left, or, do you know what I mean, drop in deep and try to receive the ball in the middle of the park where it's congested? He doesn't have the technical ability to be doing that. I don't know, because a lot of this just seems like instruction more than a formation. For me, the 4-2-3-1 is fine. It's the way this manager interprets that system. You want a fullback, you want a left back that constantly is up near the left winger, out of position, or you want a left back that wants to invert. You've got a number 6 that doesn't hold his position and drifts everywhere, plays more like a box-to-box. Zubimendi plays more like a box-to-box than he does a traditional DM that actually shields that back line. You've got a number 10 that doesn't look for the striker. You've got a striker that's making runs, but nobody's finding him. You've got a game plan of attacking, but everything has to go through the right hand side. Everything has to go through Saka. For me, it's not really the formation that's the problem. It's the instruction. Because whether you've got Eze behind Gyokores or you've got Havertz next to Gyokores, if they are not passing him the ball when he makes the right runs, it is irrelevant. The formation itself is irrelevant. It's not just about formation. It's about the instruction with that formation. Look at the way Ruben Amorim plays 3 at the back in comparison to when Pep plays it or when other teams play it. Look at the difference. It's the instructions by the manager. It's the players that you put in certain positions that don't thrive in that position. That is my problem. So he can change. Arteta can change formation all he wants. If you don't change the instructions, we're going to have the same old issues. We're going to have the same old issues. It is what it is. Big up to everyone that's locked in. Make sure you're liking and subscribing. And big up to everyone for getting me 20K. We will be doing a 20K show celebration later on in the day. Yeah, I mean, big up to everyone locked in. Emery winning the title before this manager. God, this is a sackable offense and biggest embarrassment to Arsenal that the project has failed. It's crazy, bro. It's absolutely crazy, bro. It's ridiculous. Yo, big up, man. Big up, bro. Trossard's still our best left winger. We haven't integrated Gyokores to the system. Saka ain't the same. Unless we recruit in January. Zubi in midfield. Eze not playing. Another season gone to waste. Bro, it is what it is, bro. And bro, look, we always like Trossard. But Trossard is inconsistent. And yet he's still been arguably our best attacker this season. I can agree to that. Saka's form has been all over the place. What saves him is the fact that he gets GA. You know what I'm saying? Because he has not been good this season. Like the ceiling, I'm sorry, like the expectation of Saka is up here and he's not been good enough. I don't think it's completely his fault. There's different reasons as to why Saka's played like that, coming back from injury, and he's been worn out. This season, we have seen the consequence of running Gabriel, Saliba, and Saka into the ground. We have seen the consequence. And now Declan Rice is getting that treatment as well. Now he's seeing how it feels. He's getting the Partey treatment, which is why he's looking gassed out. Because this is what he does. We've seen him do this, work you to the bone, and then you get injured, and then you have to be rushed back. I'm telling you right now, I reckon we don't. The main reason now I reckon we don't win the league is going to be fatigue. It's actually going to be fatigue. To see these players already this exhausted, and we're not even in January, we're not even March. Yeah, I'm saying, and they're this knackered, it's going to be fatigue. The fatigue of players, because you can play all the players you want. If the players are gassed out, the players are gassed out. And at the end of the day, I don't want to hear no excuses here, because we've seen Liverpool with Klopp, and he's getting them Gegen pressing, attacking every single game and going neck and neck with Prime Man City. And they weren't gassed out like this in flipping December, bro. So what's the excuse? You know what the excuse is? There's no rotation. There's no rotation. He always has to play these players. Even when he rests them, he'll still bring them on against Port Vale and Slavia Prague in the 70th minute. He can never give his favourites a rest. Every time things go sideways, they must play. He doesn't trust his bench. And that's the reality of it. You know what I mean? That's the reality of it. I think the number one, not the only reason, but the number one reason is going to be fatigue this season. I think this season with the injuries and the way that the injuries, it is fatigue. It is fatigue and running players back into the ground straight away after injury. Ben White. Yeah, I mean, this is what you do. Rush him straight back, playing back to back. We continue like this. We're not going to be able to sustain a title run like this. It's impossible. You got to use your squad. Pep's already shown it, bro. The thing is, Pep has already shown the blueprint. You have to use your squad. It's a long season. It's a demanding season. You have to use your squad. This manager's shown he doesn't want to use his squad. He's barely used Northside. He barely uses Ethan. Madueke, even though I'm not a massive fan, when he's in a purple patch, use him. Doesn't want to utilize him. And this is what it is, bro. This is what it is. He's got his favorites. He's got the players who want to play, and that's it. You know what I mean? And that's it. So I think fatigue and rushing players back from injury is going to be one of our biggest reasons as to why we're not We're not gonna win. We're not gonna win anything this season. I think we're just gonna be gassed out. Our best chance of winning something is the Carabao Cup, just because it's the competition. It's the first thing you can win in the season. Everything else, I think, will be gassed out. Too gassed out to win the FA Cup. The way this team is looking fatigued. We're looking too tired to win the FA Cup. Too tired to win the league title. God forbid, with the way, bro, we're not gonna win it. We're not gonna win it, bro. You can't. Your players like this. Declan Rice is looking stressed. Man's looking like Jesse Pinkman in Breaking Bad, bro. Man's looking like he's done a whole shift, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Nah. And you know he ain't gonna rest Declan Rice. You know he ain't gonna rest him, bro. He ain't gonna rest him. You know what I mean? Nah, it's mad. It's mad. You know what I mean? That's how they start to fall after December. Yeah, these men are tired, bro. Yeah, I mean, this manager thinks he's coming out on press conference saying, "Oh, what did he say? I'm managing minutes by keeping Zubamendi out of training." Bro, if you're managing the minutes, why don't you manage minutes in the game instead of training? And I thought you're the same person that said, we don't have time to train. So if you don't have time to train, are you really managing his minutes? What is it? You don't have time to train, or you're taking him away from training because you're managing his minutes? Why are we managing minutes in training? Why don't we manage minutes on the actual pitch? It makes no sense to me. It makes no sense to me. I just keep it real. It makes no sense to me. But eventually they'll get it. Big up, man like North. Your streams really help me, G. And for that, I always continue to support your thing. You're one of the real ones. Oi, come on, man. Whittle, bro. Big up, man. Big up, familiar, man. You're always here, man. Do you know what I mean? You're always here. So big up to you and big up to everyone that's always locked in, watching. You know what I'm saying? So big up to all of you lot, man. I appreciate it. Appreciate the support, man. Big up, my G. Trossard should be a squad rotation player that can relive multiple positions on the front line during the season. Look, my only problem has been this, like with Trossard, is when he's in form, why drop him? But then again, Madueke, when he's in form, why are you dropping players that are in form? Do you know what I mean? It just doesn't make any sense. When you see something that's working, you don't need to change it, Mikel. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying, look, if you want to manage his minutes, I'm not saying he has to play 90 minutes every game. Yeah, you can bring him on after the 50th minute if we're already winning comfortably, 60th minute. Cool, take him off, rotate, bring somebody else on. But bro, you need to reward players for good performances, not make them hold bench. It don't make no sense to me, bro. Yeah, I mean, I think, look, Trossard at the end of the day is inconsistent, hence why people say he's a rotation player. But then again, I can say the same thing for Martinelli. Yeah, I mean, our two options there are both very inconsistent players. Very inconsistent players. So it's just one of them ones, bro. It's just one of them ones. Yeah, you know I mean, it's one of them ones. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, even against Wolves, bro, you saw, like, Martinelli showed us again exactly why we don't rate him like that. Look how many opportunities Martinelli had. And yeah, people can still say he's not a winger. He's not a winger. He had opportunities against Wolves to score in central positions. His favorite position. What's he doing? Striking the ball wide. What's he doing? Hitting the ball over the bar. What's he doing? He is inconsistent as a player. He's inconsistent. And this is why he's an okay player. He's not a great player. He's not an amazing player. He has this in his locker to always do this. I'm not surprised by Martinelli's performance against Wolves because we've seen that year in, year out. There's always these kind of stinker performances from Martinelli. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. Rice will slow down when we're a few months away from the World Cup. Man like Rice, Timber will slow down. These men are tired, bro. These men are tired. Timber as well. Like the amount of games that Timber's been playing, bro. Do you know what I mean? The amount of games that Timber's been playing, bro. Timber's a bad boy, but it's just like, come on. Do you know what I mean? Timber's another one, bro. I must have played him all the time. All the time. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. You get me? I don't know. There has to be rotation. I mean, he built this squad. Sorry, you got to back your squad. Yeah, I mean, it's make or break part 2 this season. Yo, it's crazy. Skelly gets more time left back than Ethan in midfield, but Zubi plays. Makes no sense. It makes no sense. Yeah, I mean, what's the point signing flipping Ethan to a new contract if you're not going to use him? You might as well just put him out on loan. You might as well. This is the treatment that ESR got to the point where he's like, I'm going Fulham. It's the same thing, and then all of a sudden he goes to Fulham. You start seeing the manager getting a tune out of him. Why is that? Oh, because he's actually playing. I don't know if Arteta doesn't realize, but you're not developing players by holding them on the bench. Saka developed through game time. Yes, he deserved the minutes by his performances when Unai Emery brought him through. But multiple players come out and say you don't develop. The reason why players have loan deals because you don't develop on the bench. You have to get minutes. You have to play games. You have to have experience in the game. You have to keep correcting and refining your attributes and learning. You're not going to do that on the bench. So if you're not going to invest into Ethan and Skelly and their development as players, I beg you just let them go. Look at Foden, 25 years old at Man City, yeah? Look at Foden right now, 25 years old at Man City, and you can see his development, yeah? But guess what? He wasn't holding bench every single game, yeah? He would be getting, okay, bring on Foden. Pep would bring him on 60th minute, maybe 70th minute. Give him at least a little 30-minute run. Do you know what I mean? 30-minute run. Man almost had a whole second half when he was coming up. And yeah, he had players ahead of him that obviously he had to learn from. But he got minutes. He got rewarded minutes. We're not rewarding no minutes, bro. Dalman, let's not even lie. Dalman is not getting minutes because he's injured. The minutes he's getting while he's injured was the minutes he was getting when he was fit. Ethan's getting no fucking development here. No development. Man has to keep waiting for a cup game to get any minutes. He came on against Club Brugge and look how lively he was. He almost scored. But do you know why? If he actually was rewarded the right amount of minutes this season, guess what? The opportunities that Ethan had against Club Brugge, he probably would have scored one of them. But let's be real. Even if he scored it, would he be rewarded with minutes? Last season when he was scoring goals, he wasn't being rewarded with minutes when he was scoring goals off the bench. You were still getting microwave minutes. So this is the thing, bro. This is the thing. Like I don't know what these players that are not his favorites have to do, because when they perform, they don't get rewarded with more minutes or a start or anything. Yeah, I'm saying. So what kind of incentive are you giving the players on the bench to keep going? Man are just thinking on the bench, yo, whether I score or I don't, what's the point, bro? What's the point? I ain't gonna get selected next game, whether I play well or not. It's frustrating. We don't need, the team doesn't need to be as fatigued as it is right now. It's in this position because of the way this manager wants to manage the team. Yeah, I mean, man said, "Oh hell, Arteta." Yeah, I mean, this guy's frustrating. When he likes a player, he doesn't drop them even on a bad day, bro. That's how he is, bro. That's how he is. Yeah, I mean, that's how he is. And then he doesn't understand why things are going wrong. If Madueke scored 1, he would have just missed a game. He scored 2. That's a game suspension. You can't outshine Starboy with Arteta. You can't. Starboy, bro. Starboy. You can't. No, North, I think Arteta benches players for good form because his coaching style is anti-flair. Hence, Dalman, Ethan won't get a game until the flair is coached out of them. It's mad, bro. It's mad. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, let him go to La Liga, bro. They would actually they would appreciate his directness. La Liga teams, every time I watch La Liga teams, they actually go forward in their attack. They actually they praise, they that's something that they wouldn't coach out of him. They would actually, they like those kind of attributes in players that take on players that are direct, players that try to score, to try to win games. And every single time I watch a game, if I've watched a game with Lee and we're watching La Liga, even the team that's losing is going, like, they're doing everything to score a goal to get back into the game. They're not just passing for passing's sake. So I think Ethan and the way that he's direct, it'd be good. Maybe Bundesliga would be good as well. Maybe we could loan him out to someone like, I don't know, Dortmund. You know what I mean? They're good at developing players. Maybe RB Leipzig. You know what I'm saying? Maybe teams that actually play attacking football to actually keep developing that aspect of his game. I don't want that to go. I like the fact that Ethan's direct. I like the fact that he's always looking for passes. that he's always looking to win a game. Yeah, I'm saying, and he can improve in his finishing. I think he's a decent finisher. He can improve and go out and express himself. Go out and express himself. So if let's just let Ethan go and develop him and develop his game, man. Let him go develop his game. If you're not going to utilize him, then I don't know what he's doing here. I hate seeing players wasted. You know, Ethan, Dowman, and Skelly under Wenger, you would see them hit their full potential, bro. Their full potential. Say all you want about Wenger, but you see attacking players, he always got the best out of them. Always got the best out of them. He didn't hold them back. This manager, I don't get why you have them on the bench if you're not going to use them. I don't get it. Don't use injuries as an excuse, bro. We've seen enough games where you just don't favour them. Arsenal fans are paying little attention to how we are playing. They're more focused on points deduction. This is what I mean, and this is what I always say. It's not just about the win, it's the way you're getting the win. Because the way you're getting the win, it could either be sustainable or not sustainable. Yes, of course, some games you're going to have to try and stink it out. I've been saying that the way you guys have been playing are really well. Yeah, I mean, the way you guys dismantled West Ham, it's looking crazy. Yeah, I mean, Turkey cooking, Reinders cooking. Yeah, I mean, Haaland as well is getting involved as well, little gives and goals. It's looking mad. It's looking mad right now. Yeah, I mean, Foden cooking. Bro, Rodri's on the way back, and then Rodri's going to be on the way back for that final stretch. For that final stretch of the season. Do you know what I mean? And just locking off the defense. It's a long day. It's a long day right now for us. It's a long day, bro. They're not even playing with their best player. Arguably their best player. It's a long day, bro. You know what I mean? And he's gonna be, you know what I mean? Obviously he's coming back from injury, but he's gonna be fresh in terms of he's not fatigued. Yeah, you know I mean, informed, bro. Rodri back, it's just long for us, man. Foden has been a standout player this season. Well, Doku's been great. Haaland goes without say. Turkey's been a really good addition. Reinders has been a great addition. You know what I mean? O'Reilly's been good for you guys as well. You know what I mean? So you guys are, yeah, bro, it's frustrating, man. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. We always have times where we can go for it, but you know what I mean? So true, Northside. The same goes for Nichols too. He's a right back. He needs some minutes to play, especially to cover for the injured White. Timber must be protected. He's not going to do it, bro. He's not going to do it. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. What's this here? What's this here? What's man saying? Ethan, Eze, Madueke, MLS are risk takers. Something Arteta doesn't like. Yes, Eze had some stinkers, but so as I heard, Odegaard was fit. I knew it was bench time for Eze. This is the thing, though. The funny thing is, this is the thing with this manager. He doesn't like individuality. He doesn't like players that take risks, yeah? But as soon as his plan doesn't work, he's then jumping up for joy if a player does something off the cuff and then wins the game. It just doesn't make sense. You don't let players express their individuality or let them express themselves to go forward and win you the game. But then when you're stuck for subs, you're stuck for ideas, formations, tactics, all of a sudden you want... It just doesn't work like that. It just doesn't work like that. You can't work on coaching it out of them and then all of a sudden you need it to save your life. This manager's system, he's a walking contradiction. I just don't really get it. Do you know what I mean? I don't get it. Even if he changes, like he said, he wants to change to play like a 4-4-2. Well, what's the point if you're going to be so defensive and you're not even going to let the team go forward and attack? What's the point? You're adding an extra striker for what? For what? For what? What are you going to do? Ethan would be perfect for Werder Bremen in the Bundesliga. It worked out for Gnabry. It can for Ethan too. We'll see. I don't know, man. Are they still training players the same? I don't know. Is the manager different? I don't know. I don't watch Werder Bremen. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, Northside, would you select a strong team for tomorrow night? I personally would. Arsenal have to win against Palace. 100%. I think it's the only thing that we can win this season. I'll be real. I just think there's too many things that this manager's got going against us. I would, bro. We're so close to a final. I think you got to. You don't put your, and this is the thing, yeah. I look at it like this, yeah. What is the point getting to what is the point doing all this work getting to a quarterfinals to then go risk it? Do you know what I mean? To then go and risk it. Nah, sorry, you have to go for it. You have to go for it. You know, I'm not gonna begrudge Arteta if he plays a strong team against Palace. I won't sit there and be like, you know, oh, why is he playing this player? That no. Go with your strongest team and go to win the game. We're literally we're 2 games away from the final. I don't think you should risk that. I don't think you should play with that. I think you should go for it, bro. 2 games away from a final. No, you have to go for it. You have to go for it. So I agree, Static, bro. I agree, man. You have to go for it. There's no point getting into these positions to then just give it away. I hate that kind of mentality around this club. We do all of the work here to get to the quarterfinals, and then we get to quarterfinals, and it's kind of like, yeah, well, you know what? We don't really care. Let's just, yeah, I mean, nah. I want them to go for it. I want them to go for it. If you're in a competition, you should be in it to try and win it. You know what I mean? So I want him to play our strongest team. It's crazy, bro. Welcome to Arteta. This is how he rolls, bro. This is how he rolls. Oh, they need attacking players, yeah? Well, there you go. We got some attacking players. This is what I'm saying. But whatchamacallit? Madueke coming out and saying Arteta is world class. I'm like, bro, get your head out of his ass, bro. Like, what are you talking about? Do you know what I mean? Angola playing South Africa today. I didn't know that. Literally just seen that now. Angola playing South Africa. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, hopefully they win that. You know what I mean? My Angolan brothers. Nah. I said I was doing this live, and then I'm gonna look to go. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, we'll see, bro. We'll see what they say. Because it's gonna take. I'm not gonna be able to get the fiber optic straight away anyway. Do you know what I mean? So I'll go either today or tomorrow. I might go today. And yeah, I actually might go tomorrow, man. So I can have a day that I'm always out and about trying to get things resolved. I want to chill a little bit. But yeah, I might go, and then I can pay to get the fiber optic installed. Hopefully I can sort that out, and then they'll tell me when they can come and install the fiber optic. And then it's happy days. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go get it done. I can't be asked to long it out. I'm just gonna go get it done. So yeah, I'll take a walk and then go get it done. It's like a 20-minute walk from where I am to that what's it called? Mark. I think it's what's that shop called? Hold on. Oh, Media Mart. Called Media Mart. Like they're curries or whatever. So yeah. I'll go there and I'll try and sort it out and get it sorted out. So hopefully they can do it. They told me just within a couple of days, but because we're like 3 days away from Christmas, I was like, you know what I mean? But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Bro, he's gonna say that though, isn't it? He's gonna say that because obviously, you get me. Arteta has obviously saved him from Chelsea, innit? So because he's earning a pretty penny here, of course he's gonna say that. You know what I mean? The London Underground tune had man in stitches, North. Yo, I'm telling you, bro. They're pissing me off, bro. I swear down. My head got hot yesterday. I can't even lie. My head got hot. The man are taking the piss. Bro. It's true, though, isn't it? When you pay for a service, bro, you want a good service, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't mind paying the money, but give me the service, bro. But to be honest, yeah, now yesterday, it was flickering because my camera was on. I forgot that I left my camera on. What was it? Oh, it's on it now. but yeah, it's running okay. I think it's when I'm adding videos and it's got to obviously download a lot more because my camera was on 1080p. I need to keep remembering to put it down. So right now my camera's on. Wait, hold on. 480. So there's just less data. I'll leave it on 480. Do you know what I'm saying? But I had it on 1080p, and then I was running the videos. It was like, yeah. But now that I'm just like that, I think it should be all right. I think it should be all right now. Do you know what I mean? I think it should be all right. Exactly, North. I'd have a good opinion on anyone who trebles my wages too. Of course. Yeah. Yeah. 100%. It started lagging when I started putting up the videos and stuff like that. I think because I had loads of them already lined up, I think it started going, do you know what I mean? Maybe if I just do one. We'll try it. I'm going to go through Arteta's press conference after the Everton game. We'll see, innit? So you, man, let me know. But yeah, literally, I put what? 150 gig onto this thing so I can top it up. Like, you know what I mean? I just go to the shop and just top it up. But yeah, it's just one of those things. Right now, though, it seems to be okay. You know what I mean? And yeah, man. But tomorrow I will be dropping. I got my getting my hair rebraided at 11, so I'll be dropping clips and then I'll go live later on in the day tomorrow because obviously I need to go get my hair trimmed up. Yeah, get my hair braided. I can't do that like stream and get my hair braided. You know what I mean? I need to go to the salon. So yeah, tomorrow will be the only day where it's a little bit different. Because I need to get there for 11. You get me? But yeah, man. Morning North. Congrats on getting your own place. Inspiring. Hope we win something. Oh, big up, man. Come on, bro. Nah, I love, man. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, I got internet, morning show, afternoon show, late evening show. We keep moving. Once I get this internet, I'll get the PS5 and then I'll set up the FIFA. I need to find, yeah, maybe I should, when I go there, maybe I can see if I can find whatchamacallit, that thing to transmit from the PS5 to the laptop. Once I get the internet, like, then it's game over. Then I can go get my PS5. But I've had so many things to do, I forgot even to get the PS5. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's mad. Yeah, I mean, and obviously this ain't unlimited internet, so it's like, yo, if I get the PS5 now, I can't be streaming as much as I want in terms of like the gaming, innit? Because the gaming session, that's gonna be easily like at least 4 hours or something. You know what I mean? But yeah, we'll see, man. We will see. So yeah, let me just get the internet sorted out and then like properly sorted out, and then yeah, we can move. Cause yeah, it is what it is. At least we got the dongle to you know, hold me down for now. But yeah, man. I swear down. Nah, man, come on, man. Big up, bro. Big up, my G. Big up, bro. Yeah, I mean. Yeah, I mean. I don't think I've seen Menace to Society. I don't think so. What's their community local fiber optic near you saying, bruv? They decent. Yeah, when I checked, it was actually decent decent connection out here. I can't lie. Decent connection, apparently. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, y'all know if you're a big inspiration, make sure you play me on EAFC, my bro. Hey, big up, man. Come on, man. Come on, bro. Big up, man. Big up, familia, man. We're here, man. No, if you played Sleeping Dogs before, if not, you should play it. It's like a GTA, but based in Hong Kong. Sleeping Dogs. I played Sleeping Dogs before. Yeah. I've played that before. I've played it. I actually liked it. I don't know, man. I don't know. I've never played pro clubs. That's the thing. I don't know how to play pro clubs like that. Do you want major rotations for the Carabao Cup? No, don't want major rotations for the Carabao Cup. I don't want major rotations for the Carabao Cup. Nope. Right, we're going to quickly go for a blend before we get into the press conference. You know what I mean? I use the game a lot. Like FIFA career mode, probably like something I can just play for time. For time. But obviously, the more serious I got with the channel, the less time I had to be playing FIFA and stuff like that. Do you get what I'm saying? Because obviously, you got to stream, you got to work. So I guess it's a good medium. It's a good way to kind of, you know what I mean, reintroduce that. And yeah, but you don't. I don't even have much time to even watch my shows, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't even have much time to watch my own shows. Like, I'm big on watching TV shows. I don't have the time, but it is what it is. Not complaining. I'm just saying. You know what I mean? I used to spend a lot of time watching TV shows and playing GTA, COD, or FIFA. That was my main three. Or Fortnite. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It is what it is. I think that's the thing, innit? When you start doing this content thing, you sacrifice a lot of that stuff. You ain't got time for that. The more serious you get, the more you have to work, the less time you've got to do that. So yeah, I know that you guys enjoyed the FIFA series. If I bring it back, I want to bring it back proper, so it doesn't, you know what I mean? There's no issues. So we're that close. As soon as the internet's there, I can go buy my PS5. Yeah, I mean, I can go buy my PS5. So it's one of them ones. So all I need to do is just make sure I get this internet, this fiber optic internet. Boom. Yeah, I mean, I do need to look up how to connect the PS5 to the thing. I've never done that before, but yeah, once I get that done, then that's fine. Run the game on the PS5, we're breezy. Yeah, I mean, Weezy F baby, please say the baby. What's this? Hey, big up Marie, man. Big up Familia, man. Big up Familia. Big up. That's my prima in the house. Prima in the house. You know what I mean? Big up to my prima, man. That's my prima. You get me? You made a big bold move. I came to New Zealand in 2007 from London. Never looked back, my bro. Go well, North. Hey, big up, man. Big up, bro. Yeah, listen, at the end of the day, life is short, and you have to go for your dreams, innit? You have to go for your dreams. You know what I mean? You have to go for your dreams, and I go for my dreams. You know what I mean? I already said that's the thing I fear the most, is just, you know, looking back with regret. Why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that? Nah. I don't want to live like that. You get me? I don't want to live like that. You get me? You got one life. Live it the way you want to live it. Live it the way you want to live it. What's man saying? Yo, hey, big up my G. Big up my G. Me and Lex have got a new show coming up. So yeah, that's something actually I did want to touch on. Before we go for a blem and then we come back and do the press conference. Me and Lex are going to be doing a show every Sunday. There's going to be every Friday, me and Hooks on this channel. So those are the two new shows that basically to the channel. I'm going to try and get Deji and Thingy to do do the Nutmeg Rush show, because I ain't spoken to Dej for a while. He's been extremely busy. Whenever the shows, we don't do the show for a little while, is because people are busy. As soon as I can bring the show back, we bring the show back. To be fair, the Nutmeg Rush show is probably the most consistent show on the channel. Now Hooks, me and Hooks were supposed to do it, but obviously last Friday I just got the place, so we wasn't able. I told Hooks that was actually me, not Hooks. I told Hooks I couldn't do it because I literally just got the flat and I needed to sort. I had like nothing here, etc. I had to get things sorted. But yeah, so me and Lex on Sunday, that's a show. Me and Hooks on a Friday. So yeah, I'm gonna try and bring back the show as well to do with Omar. So Omar, I will be shouting you, bro. Big up to you. We'll be doing a show as well. I know that you're always down to do a show, and it's just been crazy. But yeah, Omar, we need to speak, bro. And we'll get a show done, because make sure you're subscribing to Omar Talks Football, bro. His football knowledge is amazing, bro. I can't even lie. Yeah, I mean, Omar is definitely underrated, bro. very knowledgeable, not just on Barca, but on many clubs. You know what I'm saying? So make sure you're subbing to Omar. I see you, Omar. I see your channel growing and everything going good, man. Keep grinding, bro. I told you. Keep grinding, bro. You're doing really well. Do you know what I'm saying? Keep doing your thing. Omar's very knowledgeable. I see now, you know, he's been working with Dave as well. Talented streamer, bro. You know what I'm saying? Very knowledgeable footballer, football content creator. Do you know what I mean? Make sure you're subscribing to Omar Talks Football, bro. We'll talk, bro. We'll talk, bro. We'll talk. Right, let me. Oh. Right, going for a blem. We're going for a blem. For a blem. Yo, big up Paris Mandem, man. Big up Paris Mandem. Right, we're going for a blem. Let's go. Right. There we go. Right, big up to everyone that's locked in. We're going to the roof. Right, we're on the roof. I think it's the first time I brought you, man, up here to the roof. You know what I'm saying? Hold on a sec. Right. Rooftop, baby. Rooftop, baby. You get me? Right, blem time. So, yeah. Madness. But this rooftop's all right still. This rooftop's all right. So, yeah, man. Big up to everyone that's locked in, man. You get me? Yo, big up, bro. Appreciate that. Big up, bro. Appreciate that. You get me? Yeah, the rooftop's kind of calm. Look, you got like the sunbeds and everything there. You get me? Got the tables, everything there. Like, it's calm, bro. You come around this way. You got little BBQ. You know the BBQ? The BBQ. Say, send us something that, bro. BBQ. Come around this bit. You got the shower. There's a shower there. There you go. You got the shower. I'm saying. I don't know why they got an outside shower, but there you go. Anyway, it's there anyway. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, isn't it? Don't ask questions. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Rooftop vibes. Rooftop vibes. You get me? And yeah, man. Yo, I got some speakers. When I went to their Curry's Media Mart. I got a speaker in it. I got a speaker, but I've been easing in the neighbors. I don't want them to think, yo, you know what I mean? This guy just come in blazing tunes. Like yesterday, I played some tunes, but not loud like that. Do you know what I mean? I try to be conscious of the timing as well. But yeah. Am I watching the Angola game? I'm probably watching it. I probably won't do a watch along for it because I don't know if my internet with the dongle is strong enough for me to stream the game and that, you know what I mean? You get me? So I don't know. We'll see, innit? We'll see. I don't think, like yesterday when I was trying to play the video, the dongle was moving a bit crazy. So I'm like, yo, if I do a watch along, surely it's gonna bug out because I'm watching the game and doing that. I don't think I've got a feeling it's not gonna be able to do it. So yeah, to avoid the stress, I may just drop a video talking about might do a match reaction to it. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'll watch the game. But yeah, man, I still can't believe, I still can't believe that it's like, what's it now? 3 days until Christmas, bro. I can't believe it, you know. I feel like everything's just gone by so fast, like everything's happened so fast. It's kind of mad, like to think that, yo, we're already at Christmas, like honestly, it's madness. For me anyway, bro, I just feel like the last 4 months, well, ever since I got here, because to be fair, the last 5 months were going by bare slow. But yeah, ever since I got it, it's just been like rapid, bro. And I knew it. I knew that things here would take time, and that's why I kept telling my mom, I was like, yo, I'm going to go as soon as like the money drops, I'm going. And she's like, no, stay. And I'm like, no. If there's anything like Portugal, they move too slow. I need to be getting things done early. I said, I don't want to not have a place to stay, like my own place, for Christmas. And I got it done before Christmas. So is what it is. It's crazy, bro. There's bare events as well. There's bare events, bro. Bare events out here. There's bare like Christmas events and parties and things like that. So yeah, it's gonna be mad. It's gonna be mad. It's gonna be mad. Last Christmas I was in Colombia. This Christmas I'm in Barca. It's crazy. I've always just had Christmases mainly, well, Portugal or England, mainly obviously England. So yeah, having like spending Christmas here is gonna be mad. Christmas in Colombia was crazy. I really enjoyed that. And yeah, it is what it is. Almost everything's sorted now. I need to get my NAIA, which is my national insurance, but yeah, that's gonna have to now be after Christmas. Get this internet sorted and boom, we are good to go. Do you know what I mean? The weather needs to pick up as well. The weather's been really bad, man. Like recording like review videos of like restaurants and that when the weather's bad ain't the one. It don't look good. It don't look good. It's been raining. It's not the one. It's not the one. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, get the second channel up and running, man. That's my goal after Christmas. Get the second channel up and running. Yeah, I mean, I need to get it up and running now. I really want to get it up and running. I just needed to have some stability on this channel, knowing what I'm doing, knowing when I'm going live, and internet being calm, and then be like, all right, cool. Because otherwise, it's just madness. And it gets dark here from about 5. So then it's not really the vibe, you know, to be doing that kind of video. So yeah, man. Yo, big up to Views, man. Big up to my guy Views, bro. Big up to my guy Views, bro. You know what I mean? Big up to my guy Views. Yo, big up, man. Big up to Views, man. Big up, big 20K. Congrats and Merry Christmas, North. Big up, bro. Big up, my G. Big up, bro. But yeah, me and Lee will probably do like a, you know what I mean? An all day stream, man. Christmas stream, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. It's gonna be lit. But yeah, man, I just really get my head down. January, I'm gonna look at it and be like, all right, cool. Every day goes, and then I can adjust certain things. Do a whole month of consistent. You know what I mean? You're gonna see where it goes. Right. 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 Lock this door. There we go. Yeah. Right. Let's leave that there. Let's get a little drink and we're going to get the press conference up. I didn't even watch the press conference. Oh, my days. Right. Little drink. Big up to everyone that's locked in. Make sure you keep liking and subscribing. And right, let's get this up. See if we can get this up. Arteta. Right, let's see if we can get this. Arteta. There we go. Right, let's see if this will play. Right, let's see if this will play. Let's see. Share. Right. Let's see if this will be all right.
Thank you. After the Wolves game, you weren't happy with the performance. A week later, how are you happy with the response the players have given you tonight?
Team that very difficult to beat, really well organized. They can really stress you in the way they play. The game can be.
It is not having it. It is not having it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to get the fiber optic, man. I'm gonna have to get the fiber optic. It's just too much. If I'm streaming and I'm playing the video, it's just too much. So I'm gonna have to go get the fiber optic, man. But yeah, I don't know how long they're gonna take to get it done. I'll let you guys know how long it's gonna take for them to get the fiber optic up. But yeah, at the moment, it is what it is. It is what it is. If I play any clips, I'm gonna have to record them and then put them up. So it's not using data. Trying to get the other video. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, we'll see how that goes. But wait, I got it here anyway because I already thought it might not work. The update on our injuries. Right, let's get into this. All right. Gabriel Arteta said he's pushing hard as he always does every time he's out. He's evolving really well. He's doing pitch sessions. He's not too far. We have to see in the last stages of rehab how he progresses, but we're quite positive about it. I think he's trying to rush him back, as always. He rushed back Saliba against Wolves. I expect this manager to rush back Gabriel. We're going to try and get him back as soon as possible. And once again, risk the player the same way you risked Saliba and Trossard. He's going to risk Gabriel. And that's not the right thing to do, but this is what this manager does. Risks players. You know what I mean? It is what it is, man. Like, it's just whatever, man. It's just whatever. Like, he knows the pressure's on. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, yeah, man, Marie, as long as he can save his job, he doesn't care if he ruins the player's career. He doesn't care if he aggravates another injury. He doesn't care. As long as his job is safe, as long as he gets the safe face, he doesn't care about any of that. You know what I mean? For Arteta, it's all about himself. It's all about being able to, keep himself in a job. And that's about it, man. That's about it. Gabriel, once again, for me, he got the injury because of fatigue. He got the injury because of fatigue, playing all those games. It caught up to him. And now you're going to, as soon as he comes back, you're going to treat him the same way you treated Ben White. And then he's going to get, he's more than likely going to get injured again. Round and round and round we go. You know what I mean? Nothing ever changes. So it is what it is. Expect him to be back. He's not going to give a timeline. And this manager doesn't really like giving timelines because then he can rush players back and then you haven't caught him on the, oh, well, I told you it'll be this, it'll be that. I worked out this man. That's why this manager doesn't like giving out timelines. He doesn't like giving out timelines. So you don't, it's kind of, oh, well, he was out. We don't know. We don't know how long the player's out for. We don't know exactly when they're coming back. Oh, they're evolving well. They're evolving. We don't know. Is he doing well? You know what I'm saying? Is he doing well? We don't know. We don't know if he's doing well. We don't know if he's recovering well. We don't know if he's going to come back and then he's still carrying an injury. We just don't know. He's just not transparent enough. And there's too many reoccurring injuries. Odegaard, reoccurring injury. You know what I mean? Ben White getting injured again. It's just jarring, bro. It's just jarring. So yeah, Gabriel, I'm seeing potential return date late December, January. Bro, I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to get him back for the Aston Villa game, and then he can potentially get injured then. You know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Let's move on to the next player. Calafiori. There was worry that when he went down in the first half, injury time at Everton, but apparently Arteta didn't provide any update on his condition post-match, suggesting there will be no lasting impact. Okay. Apparently there's going to be no lasting impact. We don't know. Did he carry an injury? Did he get a knock? Well, we don't know. But apparently he's supposed to be available for the Palace game. Calafiori should be available. So we'll see. I take it with a pinch of salt. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Kai Havertz, the next one. He said Kai is progressing really well and quite fast in the last few weeks. Arteta said, we're really positive that if everything continues like that in the next training sessions, he's going to be with us quite soon. Asked if he had a specific match in mind for Havertz to return. Arteta added, I do. I don't want to say it because, again, I think in the last part of the rehab, especially after such a long time, we need to be cautious. We need to go really firm with every step we take along the way to make sure that that when he's back, and he's back for the long term. Cool. So I just want to highlight certain things that you just said there. I think I don't want to say when he's going to be back because I think the last part of rehab, especially after such a long time, we need to be cautious. Why weren't you cautious with Trossard? Why weren't you cautious with Saliba? Why weren't you cautious with Ben White? Why weren't you cautious with other players? Why is it only with Havertz? Bro? Now, all of a sudden, you're talking about being cautious, which is the right thing to do. But what I'm saying is, why weren't you cautious with the other players that have got injured this season? But when it's Havertz, we must be cautious. But where's that same energy for the other players? Where is it? Are you going to be cautious with Gabriel when he comes back? Are you going to be cautious with Mosquera when he comes back? I don't really get it. You weren't cautious with Gyokores. You made sure he came back straight away. Odegaard's getting run straight back into the game. Are you being cautious with Declan Rice so you don't burn him out and use Northside in certain games against certain opposition to give him rest? Are you being cautious then? I don't get it. Man, talk about being cautious. Was you cautious when, what was it, Saliba that twisted his ankle in the warm-up and then you let him start? Was that being cautious? And this is the thing, like I just don't understand. I just don't believe him, bro. I don't believe him. The reason he doesn't want to say the date, he's saying that I do know when what game he's coming back, but I don't want to say it. You don't want to say it so you don't get caught out. Yeah, I'm saying you're trying to see what game can you rush him back. That's what it's really about. What game can I rush him back and get him back into the team as soon as possible? I'm not seeing no cautious. I didn't see you be cautious with Saliba twisting his ankle. Ben White coming back from injury. Odegaard when he came back from his first shoulder injury. The way you're managing Odegaard now, putting him straight back into the team. I don't see you being cautious. I'm not seeing you being cautious with Zubamendi's minutes. I don't see you be cautious with running Declan Rice into the ground. I have not seen you be cautious with Saka when he came back from injury, straight back into the team, playing every single game. Gyokores, when he got injured against Burnley, you put him straight back into the team. I don't see you being cautious in these situations, but I'm supposed to believe that you're going to be cautious with Kai Havertz. Jesus has just come back from injury, long-term injury. This guy suffered back-to-back long-term injuries, and you're playing him straight away. Straight away, you're playing this guy. So I don't see the cautious in these situations, but now when it's Kai Havertz, we're going to be cautious. Okay. Yeah, I mean, man said, and another thing he said, we need to go really firm step by step. We take along the way to make sure that when he's back and he's back for the long term. Okay, cool. Then stop playing players straight away when they're back from injury. Stop bringing them into the team and playing them, you know what I mean, back to back, 90 minutes, 80 minutes. Do you know what I mean? If you want the players back long term, how about you manage their minutes, not only just in training, but actually in-game minutes. Just saying, if you really want to be cautious, you want to be cautious. But apparently we're being cautious with Havertz. With Ben White, Ben White came off with a hamstring injury as Arsenal edged past Wolves on December 13th. Arteta was not immediately optimistic, describing the issue as bad news. There was better news last week. Speaking ahead of the Everton clash, Arteta revealed the injury was not as bad as first feared. He's out. He's evolving well. It's not major injury, but it will keep him out for a few games. I don't think it's going to be major. Ben is a really fast healer as well, so let's hope that we're going to have him in the next few games. Okay, you're going to be cautious. I didn't hear you say you want to be cautious with Ben White. That's another injury this season, another injury for Ben White because you wasn't cautious. Yeah, I mean, because you wasn't cautious, but you're going to be cautious with Havertz. Okay. Big up, Marie. Big up, man. Yeah, I mean. Big up, man. I'm 54, fella. Been and done over 500 games, home and away. This effing manager drives me insane. PR monkey. Get him. I think you meant get him out ASAP. Yeah, big up, bro. Listen. Online, they'll make you think that everybody loves him, bro. Everybody loves Arteta. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It is what it is. He's wasting all these players. He is wasting all these players. You know what I mean? He's only cautious when he needs to get a new contract. I don't know what this manager's on, man. Only Arteta would have a left back as our player that can float around. Surely a player to float around should be a number 10, a creative forward or midfielder. Well, like I don't understand him. I don't understand him, bro. Havertz and Arteta got chemistry outside the pitch. Take it how you want, bro. It's mad. That's his babes, bro. Madueke need a brain scan. Arteta gone trophyless for 5 straight seasons. Is a world-class manager. Madness. According to this fan base, yeah. World class. World class, bro. World class. With nothing won. Big up Northside. Arteta with is a world-class bottle job. Oh, it's crazy, bro. Yeah, I mean, really fast healer. That's it, man. Call the shamans in, man. You know what I mean? Next thing you know, Arteta's bringing in shamans and, you know what I mean, crystals and magic crystals and everything. This whatever, bro. Look at this guy taking the piss. Bro. This guy taking the piss. Arteta and Havertz are couple goals. Man said couple goals, you know. I said couple goals. Crazy, bro. On mascara, apparently Ben White will be back for the Villa game. That is the potential return. We'll see. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Christian Mascara. Mascara has been sidelined with what has been described as a complicated ankle injury, and Arteta is yet to confirm when he might return to the pitch. He's going to be out for weeks. Unfortunately, it's much more than what we expected, but the player was feeling it, so he's going to be out for weeks. Apparently, his potential return date is January. And Max Darman, there's no point because Max Darman ain't going to get no minutes, so there's no point even getting an update on Max Darman's injury because whether he's fit or not, he ain't playing. So what's really the point? What's really the point? Yeah, I mean, he could be sidelined until the end of the season. I wouldn't be bothered because he don't want to play Max Darman. Big up, man. Yeah, I mean, big up, man. Yeah, I mean, yeah, man. The healer, bro. The healer. It's a fast healer. It's a fast healer, but we're being cautious. We're being cautious with Kai Havertz. I don't think this manager is going to play a 4-4-2. I don't think he's changing the formation, and I don't think he is going to change anything about the way that we're playing right now. Yeah, I mean, I don't see it, bro. I think he's stubborn. I think he's set in his ways. I think he's going to continue doing exactly what he's been doing. He feels like, thinking it out, he can get top 4. And I actually think, I said the chakra stones. Yeah, the chakra stones, bro. I reckon I think Arteta thinks his job is secure as long as he gets second. I think he reckons his job is secure. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I said earlier in the season, we had those talks of, there was an emergency meeting between Arteta and Josh Kroenke. I don't know. I'm very skeptical of these, man. I'm very skeptical. Like, I don't know. I just don't feel like, I may be wrong, but Josh Kroenke doesn't he doesn't strike me as somebody that's like, we're gonna win. We're gonna have to win by whatever means necessary. I just feel like he's quite comfortable, quite comfortable being in the conversation and carrying on like that. You know what I mean? I see Arsenal got a new sponsorship deal. You know what I mean? We're making more money than ever. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. I don't think these men are really that bothered. If I'll be completely honest, I don't think they're that bothered. Do you know what I mean? We are, but I don't think they are. So I don't think there's any pressure, bro. I don't think there's any pressure. Yeah, I mean, Arteta's coming out saying he has belief and confidence in Arsenal's Premier League title bid. Okay, bro. Okay. He said, Arteta said, it gives me belief and confidence, the level of performance and consistency of that after the Everton win. The level of performance and consistency of that. What are you talking about? We're consistently looking unconvincing. We're consistently not finding the back of the net. Like, what consistency? 2 own goals against Wolves and a penalty against Everton. And that's consistency. Crazy. Crazy. Level of performance and consistency. He said it is very difficult to do in this league. So it means the team is consistently there. Let's go. All he ever talks about is it's very hard to get over the line. Very hard to get over the line. This manager spends more time giving us reasons why we can't win than finding us solutions as to why we can win. I don't want to hear it. You're not paid 15 million to keep telling us why it's a hard league and why it's difficult. You're here to find solutions, not problems. You're here to find solutions. Anyway, it is very difficult to do in this league, so it means that the team is constantly there. We enjoy the process of winning. We will have to go to difficult places and have difficult moments. We have dealt with a lot of things already, and we are there. But what does that mean? And we are there. Where are we? Where are we? Because we're top of the league now. Bro, whatever, man. Whatever, bro. Whatever. We are there. There where, bro? They're where the season ain't done, and City are 2 points behind us. This is mad, bro. This is mad. This is after being October champions. Nobody else. City don't look convincing. Liverpool don't look convincing. The league is ours. It's in the bag. Or they're only 2 points behind. Yeah, I mean, we are there. We are there. I don't know what he's talking about. We are there, bro. Like, just I don't know. Every time he talks about difficult places, difficult moments, it's Everton, man. With all due respect, it's Everton. Everton and Wolves. You're talking about difficult moments. I swear this manager for me, bro, he's just a clown, bro. He's a clown. I can't even lie. He's got no ambition, bro. No ambition. I'm tired of this guy constantly talking about how it's difficult, how it's hard for us to get over the line. I'm tired of it, bro. I'm tired of it. Bring us solutions, bro. You've paid 15 million. We don't want to hear about your excuses, bro. 15 million a year, bro. You've been here 6 years and you want to talk to us about difficult moments and difficult positions and this and that. I want to hear it. I want to hear it, bro. We are there, though. We are there. We don't know where, but we are there. We are there. We are there. Clown, bro. Let me get into some of these comments, bro. I mean, where is this? Where is this? Where is this? Where is this? All right, there we know. I need Birds to pull the plug on this gaffer, bro. It is what it is. Positive Dan said Arteta can stay if we finish runners up. See what I'm saying? Start of the season, they're saying, yo, nothing's good enough apart from getting over the line. Now all of a sudden, it's okay. He doesn't have to get over the line. He can stay if we're runners up. We already knew they weren't going to stick to their guns, bro. We already knew they weren't going to stick to. Do you know what I mean? They all said we have to win the league. And now all of a sudden, well, you know, it's difficult. You know, it gets difficult sometimes. Get out of here, man. Get out of here, bro. I don't want to hear it, man. I do not want to hear it. I do not want to hear it. They're not going to change what our expectations are. We're not doing that. They've done it for 6 years. If he doesn't win the league this season, he has to go. He has to go. I don't want to hear anything about, but this is difficult. I don't want to hear it, bro. He has to go. He has to go now. There is no excuse. I don't want to hear it. We have a squad that everyone deems good enough to win. So win it. So win it. Injuries are part of the game. Go check everybody's injuries. Everyone's got injuries. Everyone's got injuries, not just us. Nah, sorry, but no. Well, there we go. There we go. Man's defending Arteta. All right, no worries. Arteta needs to bring in the Pope to bless Arsenal, just like Leicester brought the Buddhist monks in and blessed Leicester. Bro, it's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Odegaard has been awful for 18 months and he just walks back into the side. Saka is greedy now and done. Rice is knackered. This effing manager. There's no accountability if you're one of the favourites. There's no accountability if Arteta likes you, bro. You just walk straight back into the team. Straight back into the team. It just, I don't get it. I really don't get it. Yeah, I mean, we'll see how much he likes Gyokores once Havertz is back. We'll see how much he really likes Gyokores, if he actually rates him. North, these owners give him a new contract and he wins nothing this season. That shows that they don't want to win multiple trophies and it all talk. Well, didn't he get a new contract, wasn't it, last season? And he could have run his contract down and they didn't even allow him to see where he finishes at the end of the season. Like early in the season, he got a contract renewal. That's why I don't believe that Josh and them man had a talk with him, because they literally would have had all the power to be like, okay, Arteta, this is your last year in the contract. We will review your position at this club at the end of the season. See what, we need you to win a major honor. Instead, they're like, well, here's a new contract. Keep doing what you're doing. Come on. That's not putting a manager under pressure. That's not making him accountable. That's not doing anything to really help us. That's showing that, you know what, you can stay. Regardless of what happens, you can stay. You may stay. It doesn't matter. It's not good enough, man. It's really not good enough, bro. He's a master of word salad. He needs to go. That's what he likes, bro. You know what I mean? Confusing everyone, baffling everyone. You don't know what he's talking about. That's what he likes, bro. We are there, you know. Yeah, we are there, but we are there, guys. We are there. We are there. For me, it's the fact he was 7 points ahead now to almost like he's still experimenting. He is experimenting, bro. He is experimenting. Yeah, I mean, but he's doing. There's only certain experiments he wants to run, bro. So other experiments, he's not on it. Yeah, I mean, playing Ethan, he's not on it. Playing Diamond, not on it. Moving Skelly to his strongest position, which Arteta said in a press conference, I'm not going to play him in the midfield. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. I don't get it with this manager. And like I said, you know what? We can play our strongest team. People keep talking about injuries. I'll be real. We can play our strongest team. If this manager doesn't, if this style of play doesn't improve, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. With our strongest team under this manager, I still believe we don't win the league. I still believe we don't win the league. Not enough growth, man. Not enough in-game management. It's just gone stale. It's gone stale. There were so many times in that game against Everton where it's just passing for passing's sake, no directness. And even when the team plays well, it's inconsistent. There's so many inconsistencies with this team. Performances, substitutions, players being inconsistent rotation. Everything's just mad inconsistent, bro. Inconsistent on set pieces now. I'm just not confident. Like I said, I complain because I want to win trophies. If man want to just get in the top 4, then cool. This is good enough. This is good enough to get in the top 4. If that's your bar, if that's your aim, that's what you want for the club, then cool. That we're doing enough for that. You want to win stuff? Forget it. Forget it. This is not the football to win. Not even to win cups. Yeah, I mean, let's see how we play against Crystal Palace. Because I feel like we're going to be timid. I feel like we're going to be very cautious. I don't feel like we're going to go there for, to get it over the line. I think we're going to try and stink it out and try and risk it. It's just poor, man. It's just poor. He's destroying the health of our players. You know what I mean? It's crazy. Madueke just covering his ass. Madueke knows that the whole fan base didn't want him at Arsenal. So he's just happy to be here. You remember Gal? Goddamn Madueke. None of these lot wanted Madueke, bro. So he knows that. So he's trying to pander to the fan base. Thinks that, if you can get good with them, you can get a contract extension. He's seen how the fan base, when they get behind you, Nketiah and Reece Nelsons and, players like this got new contracts, Rob Holding, El Nenes, all these, man. You know what I mean? When the fan base like you get new contracts here, bro. You can stay. You can stay with no pressure. When the fan base like you, there's bare excuses. Bare excuses. You can get new contracts. You can get bumper deals. He knows the game, bro. Keep the Arsenal fans sweet. And trust me, pander to them and you'll be all right. Crazy. Arteta is what Mourinho describes Wenger, specialist in failure. Yep. He's a specialist in failure. You know what I mean? Rooney has hailed Arteta midfielder Declan Rice as a future captain of the Three Lions after watching the Everton game. I do think Declan has got leadership. Even when we scored against the Wolves and that, he was shouting and screaming. I think Declan, he understands like, yo, bro, we're not playing well. We're not playing well. We're getting exposed. And you, man, are jumping up and down because we just about, got an own goal against Wolves. It's not good enough. You know what I mean? You can see beyond the result. And it's like, yo, the performances ain't looking good. And he's fatigued. You know what I mean? I think Declan kind of understands. You know what I mean? He understands, but we don't have a lot of players with that kind of mindset, They get very excited. They get gassed. I think a lot of these players get gassed with the fans in the stadium. You know what I mean? It won't surprise me if Gyokores fights with the manager before the end of the season. Bro, I think there's going to be a massive falling out if it continues as well. I kind of agree with you. Because from his expression, he don't look happy, bro. He don't look happy, bro. Like, yeah, he got the penalty against Everton and everything, but he just does not look happy, bro, at all. And he's probably, a bit of it probably maybe frustration within himself as well. He knows that there's a lot of expectation. He also pushed for the move from Sporting to come here. Kind of fell out with the president at Sporting. He did a lot to get here, and he's been underwhelming. So we'll see. Yeah, I mean, like I said before, it's all great that he had a penalty against Everton. If we're not going to feed him opportunities, then that confidence is going to be short-lived because we're not giving him any service. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, if we actually start trying to cater to Gyokores a bit, so he can score more goals. Everton got 2 keepers on the pitch, but the one without gloves. Bro, I don't know what my man was doing, bro. I don't know what my man was doing. Only Arteta could make Gyokores look bad. I said this at the start of the season. Go 4-4-2 and utilize this guy. Our football is boring, U-shaped garbage. Pass to the Swede. Bro, I don't get it. Like, Arteta's already had a similar profile player in Aubameyang that needed service in the box. But now all of a sudden you've got Gyokores and you don't understand how to provide him opportunities. I don't know with this guy, man. I don't know with this guy, man. I don't know with this guy, bro. Arteta is just a very frustrating manager, bro. Very, very frustrating. Very frustrating. Glasner's cooking something. 100%, man. You know what I mean? Gyokores is going back to Brighton mode with Arteta style of play. It's mad. Yeah, I mean, better didn't buy Gyokores for Arteta. He bought it for his replacement. Maybe, bro. Maybe. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Do you know what I mean? It is what it is. Let's see what's going on here. Hold on a sec. It is what it is. It is what it is. Oh, look at this. Adeyemi is one of the players Arsenal have been monitoring closely, but recent events may cause concern regarding his attitude and stability for the club's culture. I saw some news, yeah? I saw some news the other day about Adeyemi. Apparently his girlfriend isn't happy in Dortmund and she wants a bigger city, London. She likes Barcelona. I don't know how true these reports are, but I saw those reports. And yeah, I don't know. Man's looking like he's whipped, bro. Yeah, I mean, man's looking like he's whipped. I don't want Adeyemi at Arsenal, bro. Yeah, I mean, I don't want Adeyemi at Arsenal. Yeah, I mean, I don't. 23 years old. Transfer marks got him valued at 60 million euros. He's had 15 appearances for Dortmund, 4 goals, 1 assist. Predominantly a right winger, can play as a forward and can play on the left. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, I don't see him. I don't really see us going for Adeyemi anyway, and I don't really think Adeyemi is good enough to come to Arsenal right now. Like, he's still a young player, can still got time to develop. You know, he's decent. He's not nobody that's gonna, you know, and especially since we've bought. Well, he does play on the left, so maybe they could look for it for the left wing. But I don't know. I got a feeling that if we do buy a player, it's going to be a midfielder in Jan. Yeah, I mean, I'd rather get Lookman as well. And yeah, like the way this guy's getting controlled by his girl. Apparently, he changed his agent because his girlfriend's like, "Yo, I don't want to stay there." Apparently, he changed his agent to get an agent that can get him out. you know what I mean, can get him out of Dortmund because his girlfriend's not happy there. Bro, why is she controlling you? Why is she telling you what to do with your career? Tell her to shut up. You're the prize. Tell her to shut up, bro. You know what I mean? Like, bro, I'm the prize. Be quiet. You know what I'm saying? Follow my lead. And if you don't want to follow my lead, then just replace her, bro. Bro, this guy, you're a millionaire, bro. How much money are you on a week, bro? Man's a millionaire. What are you doing with this thing, bro? Do you get what I'm saying? And this is the thing, yeah. We need to protect these black footballers, bro, because they start getting these girls, yeah, be getting them mad early, yeah. And this is the manipulation that they get because the guy's inexperienced. The same thing with Yamal, bro. Yamal was moving crazy. And you know what? Yeah, these guys are inexperienced. And then they fall in love quickly and think, oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, they haven't had the experience of like getting bare things and then they get one thing and then they're like mad spun. But come on, bro. At 23 years old, yeah. Yeah, I'm saying I just got in a serious relationship. But even then, yeah, I'm saying, man was still, I was moving wild for time, bro. Yeah, I'm saying, like, what's this thing? All right, cool. But yeah, man, like, bro, these things know what they're doing, bro. They're getting these guys mad early and then trying to get them whipped, bro. You know what I'm saying? Bro, don't get married. Don't have kids for a long time, bro. You need to suss the thing out, bro. You need to suss the thing out. I see these men just getting way too excited. I see Endrick as well. Didn't he get married? How old is Endrick, bro? How old is Endrick? Why is this guy married, bro? Like, I actually get annoyed for the... I'm like, yo, bro, who's advising this guy? You know what I mean? How old's Endrick? 20? 19. 19, bro. Yeah, I mean, 19, bro. Like, why are you getting married, bro? You don't even know this thing. And now you're tired. Now, if you lose anything, she's going to take everything. And nothing's worse than a bitter woman, bro. Ain't nothing worse, bro. Do you know what I mean? You don't need to marry the things. There's bare things, bro. Look at Ronaldinho, bro. He was for the streets. Ronaldinho was out here slanging it, bro. He was out here anacondaing all these things, bro. You know what I'm saying? Batman mode, man of the night. Get the, you know what I mean? Slam, you know what I mean? Deal with these things, get back in the Batmobile, can't go yard. You know what I'm saying? He was here for the night, bro. Like, come on, man. All these things, bro. And I'm sorry, yeah. When I look at these things and I'm like, sometimes I'm looking at them like, is he actually your type? You know them ones. You know when you see certain players, you're like, hold up. Is this thing actually your type, bro? Like, because I see some buff things here with some players that look mad. And I'm not saying like, certain players, some guys, they're all right. But you can see they're simping, bro. And I'm just like, bro, what are you doing, bro? Endrick looks like he don't know what he's doing, bro. You know what I mean? He looks like he don't know what he's doing. He looks like Endrick looks like he's gonna get finessed, 100%. Whenever I see that guy's face, yeah, and I see him with his girlfriend, I was looking at him. I'm like, you're getting finessed. Man, trying to be a sweet boy. Man, trying to do sweet boy thing. Sweet boy thing will get you finished out here. The best way to be is demon mode. I'm just being honest with you. You can't do that with things, bro. You can't afford to, bro. Man's 19 years old. Who's advising Endrick, bro? Why are you married? 19. 19. You think you know this thing? You know that for 6 months. Bro, this guy, I'm telling you, these girls here are world class of whipping these players, bro. Getting these players whipped, bro. I swear it down. I can't even lie, bro. Who's advising? Where's his uncle, bro? Where's his cousin saying, yo, where's the bad things, bro? What's he doing? Oh, no, I want to be a nice guy. You're going to learn the hard way, bro. You're going to learn the hard way, bro. What are you doing? You should be protecting your assets. Protecting your assets. You've just signed a deal with a potential demon, bro. That when she feels like you've ran your course and your career is done, dusted, she's like, yo, you know what? F this guy. How much can I get? Let me talk to my lawyer. How much? Yo, run the numbers. How much is this bum got in the bank? You know what? Yeah, I've been giving it to him for the last 10 years. Yeah, I'm tired of it. Yeah, I'm saying, yo, run the lawsuit. Run the divorce papers. You know what I'm saying? Run the divorce papers. Wait till you give her a kid. But this man dumb, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? When she goes there and goes, what? I can leave now with what? 80 million. Let's just say 80 million. Why am I going to stay here on an allowance? Let me get the fucking 80 million. Fuck this guy. Do you know what I'm saying? Nah, what are you talking about, bro? Like, bro, once these things get tired of you, they start looking at the numbers thinking, yo, it doesn't make sense, bro. Do you know what I mean? This girl should only have lasted about 2 nights max, and you should have been moving on. Brazil, you got bare things, everything. Man's playing in Spain, bare things. And you're tying yourself down to a woman where she can F you over financially. Nah. I don't know who's advising these guys, bro. Yeah, I mean, I don't know I don't know. He's trying to be a little sweet boy, man, trying to do a little Bobby Valentino thing with the little curls and that, trying to do a little Bobby Valentino. It's not working, bro. Yeah, I mean, it's not working, bro. Bro, I'm telling you right now, you are fucked up. That girl she's set for life. She's set for life. Her dad is going like this. Birdman daddy, riding that brand new caddy, got money, living lavish. Bro, it's done for you, bro. I swear down, her dad's like this. When you put the ring on her finger, he's doing this. Stunning man. Stunning man. Stunning man daddy. Right around that brand new caddy. Got Hendrick, living lavish. You know what I'm saying? Her dad's like, yo, that was the best investment, man. The day I had my daughter was the best investment. We're richer than a motherfucker out here. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, bro. Do you know what I mean? The whole family doing the shmoney dance. When you put the ring and then you may kiss the bride, the dad was like, woo, with the LA cap. Woo! And so we get some hot nigga. Like it's in the tizzy when I stop, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Some way, free breezy hope. Shit, go back up at it. We could go. You know what I'm saying? The whole that's why do you think the family was dancing in the thing? They're like, yo, we're richer than a motherfucker out here. Do you get me? And you're there like, yeah, everyone, oh, well, congratulations, yeah, congratulations. Man, just man, are dumb, bro. Come on, man. Come on. But the thing is, Hendrick don't even have to have game, bro. His face is the game. Just being a celebrity, just being a footballer. And what you doing? Oh, I want to get married to her. What you doing, bro? What are you doing, bro? Oh, bro, I swear that, because if he was in my family would have told him straight away, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? Getting married. You ain't never getting married. You know what I'm saying? What do you mean get married? Have you not seen what Jada did to Will? Have you not seen that? That billionaire. Who's that billionaire that lost all his money? No, he didn't lost all his money. Is it Jeff Bezos or something that did the divorce? And she got like $1 billion or something. I don't know, $1 billion, $1 trillion. I don't even know how much. And she's dead anyway. She looked like a Dracula version of flipping Victoria Beckham, bro. Some dead ass. You know what I mean? Bro, the worst financial mistake for a man is to get married. Listen, the only time, where I feel like there's still stability within this, is if you religiously and culturally, that is the mentality of the people in your like is very, then I understand it. Yeah, I'm saying I got some Muslim friends that are married, gone good for them. Part of the culture, part of the religion. I got some Asian friends, part of the culture, part of the religion. It's very, you date, you got to get married. Cool. But for the rest of us, cold black, bro. Yeah, I'm saying red alert. Fire the alarm, bro. The only friends I have here that the marriage is going good and everything, they're either Asian or Arab. You know what I'm saying? Some African, depending on where. You know what I'm saying? The rest of us, it's crazy out here. It's crazy out here. Them lot is different. Because they got the culture and everything. It kind of brings people together. It's still got the unity and everything. The rest of us, it's a wild jungle out here for us. It's the wild jungle right now. I'm telling you right now. There's anacondas, there's rattlesnakes, there's everything. There's zebras, everything out here, bro. You know what I'm saying? These things are crazy, bro. They'll eat you, bro. You know what I'm saying? When she's slurping on your chorizo, you think, oh, yeah. She's like, I'm getting paid, bitch. She looking back at you, think I'm getting paid, bitch, soon. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm telling you, it's gonna cost you. Now it's crazy out here. You look at the divorces. Look at the people that just want to smash and, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy, bro. You can't be tying your finances down to these things. You know what I'm saying? Bitch, I need a prenup. How about that? I'm telling you, bro. It's wild in here. It's a wild west. Do you know what I'm saying? Man, they're talking about Jada, yeah? Do you think that's the only one? There's bare Jadas. There's 20 million Jadas out here. These men are hungry. These girls are hungry out here. I'm telling you. You may be, I don't know what you lot think. Do you know what I'm saying? And look at August Alsina. She fucked up August Alsina so bad, he turned gay, bro. He's got a boyfriend. Look at what she did to him. She destroyed him. People don't talk about this. Do you know what I'm saying? He's destroyed, bro. Do you know what I mean? He's so destroyed, he went for a man. Imagine, what did she do to him? What did Jada do to... Now, real talk, we need to get Jada in the room. We need to take her to court, bro. August Alsina, yeah, I love that shit. Yeah, I love that shit. Bro, he not singing to the gal them no more. Man's got boyfriend. Check it. Man's got boyfriend. August Alsina finished out here. Man, he's finished out here. Nah, bro. I'm telling you, bro. What the fuck did Jada do, bro? She's a witch, bro. I swear down. She's a witch, bro. She's a Jezebel. I don't know. What did she do to him, bro? Man, are talking about Diddy and what Diddy... Bro, Jada's right there, you know. We need a documentary. 50, we need a documentary on Jada, bro. Because whatever she did to him, yeah, I swear down, he's never... That entanglement stuff is some voodoo witchcraft. I don't know what that is, bro. It's crazy out here. These players, they're messing with their lives, bro. Bro, if I'm a footballer, I ain't getting married, bro. I ain't getting married. No way. I'm still
I was wondering where you were sort of going with all of this, and I saw the title where you were talking about Noni Madueke, and you probably might know the Enzo Fernandez issue where he decided to, you know, put a sort of put his marriage on hold or something like that, or relationship on hold, so that he can enjoy his life as a youngster. I'll tell you what, if you're going through a midlife crisis, marriage is not for you, my friend. I'm sorry to say that. And it's funny how you were talking about, you know, how certain cultures, you know, they're experiencing some success in their marriages, maybe because of cultural restrictions. You'll know this, North. I'm from an Indian family, yeah? And obviously, you know, the worst part about it is that there are people on my father's side of the family who are just obsessed with me getting married. When are you going to get married, boy? When are you going to get married? You need to have some companionship in your life. Your father needs grandchildren. And as far as I'm concerned, I've been in situations where I've been in love with people, never had it reciprocated. And the thing about arranged marriages, and I don't know if any of our Indian friends will agree, is that they're almost like glorified business transactions in a way. Feel that sort of external pressure to kind of make it work, even if in your heart you know that that lady is not the right one for you. So I think you said it perfectly. It's not just a financial waste, it's also an emotional waste, because unless you really know that you found your soulmate and you know that she feels as the same way about you as you do for her, and you are really willing to work hard and make it last, it really isn't worth it. And so I'm not going to, you know, say that it isn't worthwhile getting married if you're an athlete, but I applaud those people who are able to make their marriage work. You think of people like Declan Rice, who's been with the same lady since his childhood or something like that, or even some people who've also stayed married. I applaud them. And I have nothing but contempt for people who see it fit to cheat on their partners. And yet we've had so many athletes whose marriages have just ended. I'm going to say this, if you're not really committed to it, if your heart isn't in it, just don't do it. Because as you said, North, it is a drain on your finances. And of course, one of the reasons why Ray Parlour is shilling for Arsenal is because, you know, he's still going through a rather expensive divorce. He has to pay a lot in terms of alimony. So you imagine he needs the money. I don't know if I can say the same about the likes of Lee Dixon and Martin Keown and a few others, but, you know, if you want to get married, you've really got to be fully in on it. That's all I can say. And getting a divorce is also going to be a drain on your finances. But enough of Northside, the love guru. I was on Shane's stream and Shane's chat this morning, the Irish breakfast. We were talking about how Aston Villa could be launching a title challenge and how we're just in that phase once again where we're, you know, not playing well, but somehow getting results. But these next two games will be key. Next three, I should say. Crystal Palace, Brighton, and Aston Villa. We don't do well in these three games. That's it. But it's nothing that a nice trip to Dubai won't cure. What say you, boys?
I don't know nothing about Dubai, but I could say the same thing for Miami. Miami cures a lot of problems. The one thing I would say, North, don't believe in fucking prenups. Prenups are all bullshit. Create a trust. Trust cannot be broke. Trust for yourself financially cannot be broken unless you do something stupid. But prenups are just another $1,000 paycheck for a lawyer. That's all those things are worth. As far as Arsenal's concerned, Arsenal needs to start praying that Mikel Arteta gets his head out of his ass, because this is the time of the year where we always like to lay a nice goose egg, and we always go downhill. Nah, bro, get the fuck out the street. Sorry about that. No, I agree. The next 3 games are going to tell us what's going to happen with this season. I do not. If we don't win this League Cup game, and if we don't win the League Cup, I still do not believe that the manager nor the team has the mentality to push on for the Premier League trophy. I really don't. All these people that are coming to say, "Oh, we finally got lucky with the referees and all this shit," dude. The fact that you're even citing that wasn't a penalty in the game against Everton shows that you're nervous about this and know that this team ain't built like that, and that the manager is still learning on the job and ain't got no freaking balls to push forward to try to go win. So for me, I agree. I think the next 3 games are going to tell us what's going to happen with this season. If we lose at home or we draw to Villa, I think once we fall behind Manchester City the way they're rolling right now, I think it's going to be a tall order for us to get back. So that's my take on it. I also just want to say congratulations on finally getting out of the hotel and getting into your place, bro.
Hey, big up, man. No, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, bro. I'm just not confident, bro. I'm not confident. Palace. People saying Palace in bad form. Well, Wolves weren't in great form and we didn't look convincing, man. I don't know, man. With this manager, I just think it's done. Like the Everton game just reminded me of deja vu, how we all felt last season. And I just haven't seen enough from him to say, okay, Arteta's changed or he's developed anything, or he's approaching games differently this season. I'm seeing the same approach. I'm seeing the same kind of mentality, and not killing off games. And Saka even came out and said, "Yo, we should have killed off the game." Well, why doesn't the manager know that? Why is Starboy saying it? Why is the manager not? Why is he not saying that we should kill off the game and that it's a great performance and that it shows our level of consistency and performances? I don't get it, man. The players are saying one thing and the manager's saying another. Saka's been saying we have to get over the line. Listen, and the manager's just, we're doing really well. It was hard. We are there, whatever that means. And we're just ticking along. I'm not impressed, man. I'm really not impressed.
There's nothing to be impressed about. He hasn't won in fucking 5 years with all this money handed out. I mean, the sad thing is, at the end of the day, the fans have to take action in their own. The fans have to take the action into their own hands if they're going to force something. At the end of the day, that's my belief. Until the fans grow a pair of balls, the other side of the fans, until they grow a pair of balls and start protesting, I think it's just going to be same shit, different day with this team. Again, you can't get away with this in other countries with other fan bases. It's just a different mentality. So I think until the Arsenal fans start waking up. I mean, the fact that there's still people saying that if he comes in second place and doesn't win a trophy, that he can stay and even get a contract extension. I think that alone tells you where the mentality is amongst the fan base. I don't know. It's kind of like the fans are scared of Arsenal winning because then they can't keep selling the same old shit about you have to believe and all this other nonsense that they talk about year in and year out with this fucking team. Because, I can't, the German fans, from what I see, German fans don't tolerate this. I know for damn sure Italian fans don't. So, it's the mentality, man. If fans the fans are the lifeblood of a team, and as long as the lifeblood continues to allow this nonsense going on, I don't see this changing for Arsenal, as sad as it is to say, because this club should be winning something every year. You're not the stature that you are in your respective country, being the third biggest team, and you don't have the expectations of winning something every year. So that's my take, man.
Oh, absolutely. And Jamie, let me just say, well done. You got it spot on there. I mean, these fans, first of all, try to gaslight us by saying that we have a right to walk about like we own the place because of our, history and our reputation as being supposedly the third biggest club in the country in terms of trophies, but we have no right to expect to add to that. It really doesn't make any sort of sense. And the thing which you have to admire about teams like Manchester United and Liverpool, even United, given how poorly they're doing, is that they still expect a lot more from their team, and they know that the way things are going now, they can't really talk with much chest. I don't know if you lot saw the Villa United game yesterday. I saw the second half, and for all according to all accounts, United actually dominated that game, and should have had some more chances. But I think it's fair to say at the run that Aston Villa are on right now, they found a way to win. And of course, the nice thing about them is that they're staying humble. They're not even talking about the title. And Unai Emery is doing a Claudio Ranieri by saying, no, we're not contenders yet. We have to stay humble and keep doing what we're doing. And Claudio Ranieri was saying the exact same thing in 2016. So if these managers at these, somewhat smaller clubs that are also big in their own way, but maybe not as big as us, if these managers can have the common sense, if their fans can have the common sense, why can't we? And I keep saying that 2006, when we left Highbury, I think that was when the fans started to lose their standards. They only seemed to care more about finishing above Tottenham Hotspur because that gave them a great deal of humour. I mean, and you can just tell, as you said, Gianni, that when the fans start to show a lack of, care, when they just don't have any seriousness about it, that in turn will sort of feed into the players. It's almost symbiotic relationship in many ways. It's really disgusting, and our fans are going to have to make sure they take their heads out of their backsides. Changing tack for a bit, Gianni, I wanted to say, well done for going on Shane's stream and talking about goalkeepers. North, I don't know if you saw that stream, but I wonder if you have any good memories of goalkeepers from back in your time as a fan. I mean, as a Portuguese fan, who would you say was the best you've seen? Maybe Vitor Bahia, Patricio? Anyone? North, can you hear me?
I was on mute. Sorry. Yeah, I said Ricardo was a very good goalkeeper for Portugal.
Yeah, he was.
Very good goalkeeper. He's the main one that really comes back. That I'm like, yeah, Ricardo was a very, very good, stable goalkeeper. I think it was with us when we lost to Greece in the finals. But yeah, there's loads of great goalkeepers. Casillas, that was at Porto and Real Madrid. Who else? Buffon goes without say. So many great goalkeepers, man, of our time. Lehmann was an absolutely incredible goalkeeper. Very good goalkeeper for Arsenal. David Seaman goes without say. Van der Sar was a great goalkeeper in his time. There's been loads, man. Do you know what I mean? There's been loads. Duda for AC Milan. You remember Duda for AC Milan?
Dida, yes, I remember.
Dida, yeah, Dida. You know what I mean? Yeah, Khan, another one. You know what I mean? That AC Milan side, bro, when they had Seedorf and those players there, that was a bad boy AC Milan side, man. What a side.
Yep.
Yeah, even the goalkeeper for that team before Dida, Sebastiano Rossi, I mean, he set a Serie A record for not conceding any goals, but because of Walter Zenga, who Gianni obviously remembers very fondly, I think he never found his way to the Italian team. And you mentioned Ricardo. I think he broke England's hearts. You were saying
Zenga had too many mistakes in him, man. I liked Walter Zenga, but the problem with Zenga was he had a mistake in him from now and then. That's why Inter only won one Scudetto with him as the manager. I mean, with him as the goalkeeper. So he was a good goalie, but Zenga for me, I think the problem was with him is he just always had a mistake at a random time. But that's also the DNA of Inter. Inter always has a mistake, and then it can cost them titles. Because with the amount of times Inter screwed up over the years, Inter would probably have more Scudettos than Juventus.
Oh, absolutely. And back in that time, I think we never really saw the best of Inter during those years. It was either AC Milan or maybe even Juve. But there was actually one talking point in the chat that Casillas actually was somewhat overrated in many ways because, look, for me, for people like myself who grew up watching the likes of David Seaman and others, he was sort of my ideal. 6'4", covered his angles well, great positioning, a beast on crosses and set pieces. There were so many matches that Casillas played where, you know, on crosses, he was like Dracula in a way. He hated crosses. You get the joke, right? And near the end of his time with Real Madrid, obviously, you know, he had that huge falling out with Jose Mourinho. He admitted in many ways that he hardly ever worked very much on his game. He thought that he could stay the same brilliant shot stopper forever. And that's really, when you have that sort of an attitude, you know you're not going to last very long, because as you get older, you especially have to keep working on your game. You've got to keep making sure that you learn from your mistakes and always look to improve. And if you don't have any intention of doing that, then you're never going to be one of the all-time greats. Yes, he won all the titles with Real Madrid, but in terms of all-round ability and being willing to make sure that he did more for himself, Buffon in that generation will always be better. And he was just unlucky to not be a part of Italian teams that got their act together in major tournaments other than the 2006 World Cup. Of course, as you mentioned, Northside, he did go to Porto and start improving and become a little bit better. But I think by that time, his best days were well behind him. So if you had to pick some of the all-time greats, I don't think Casillas would be right up there. Would definitely be the likes of Buffon and Dino Zoff. Maybe, Manuel Neuer and one or two others. Lev Yashin, definitely. But Casillas really was that sort of a person who, yes, he won all those titles, but I wouldn't call him one of the all-time greats. I don't know if people will necessarily agree with that, though.
Mm-hmm. No, I hear it. Yeah, probably not the all-time greats, but he was a good goalkeeper. I think, yeah, man, I can't even... Most of the Portuguese ones, it's more defenders and midfielders. I can't lie, for Portugal, specifically. You know what I mean? That I remember more, like Maniche, Carvalho, Simão Sabrosa, Rui Costa. You know what I mean? I feel like we developed a lot of midfielders, defenders, predominantly. A couple of good wingers as well, but predominantly. You know what I mean? Yeah, man, it was more that for us. But yeah, when it's like Portuguese all-time goalkeepers of my generation anyway, I'd say Ricardo. Ricardo was definitely probably the best goalkeeper I've seen for Portugal that I can remember. It's probably Ricardo. Like, he was reliable, decent distribution, good shot stopper. You know what I mean? Very, very good goalkeeper for Portugal. But Kawaja, how you feeling, bro? And same question to Manny. The manager's saying that he wants to be cautious when it comes to Kai Havertz, but keep getting injuries. He's downplaying Calafiori going down against Everton, saying that's nothing. There's no knock. There's nothing. But he's saying that Gabriel is evolving well, and a lot of the players are coming back soon. How do you look on the injuries and players that are soon to come back?
First of all, big up everyone, big up North and the chat as always. I just feel as though the fact that the injuries are going to get worse and worse. I just feel as though the fact that with Gabriel coming back, I don't really think he is fully fit. I mean, Calafiori should have been subbed off at half-time. I don't know why the manager kept him on the pitch. I'd have put Luis Skelly there at left back just to try it out. But you know what this manager does. I mean, Saka, went down on the floor against Everton. I think it was his ankle or something. He could have been subbed off, but the manager doesn't care. I mean, the top gooners out there saying, "Oh, look, but he's all right," and all this stuff. But come on, let's be real. Some of our players are gonna get flogged on the pitch. Let's be real with it. I mean, the injuries are gonna get worse, but the top gooners are still saying we have injuries and saying that we have squad depth. But I just don't understand why they're complaining about the scheduling and all this stuff. Well, you have to play from August to May. That is what we're supposed to do in a season. You start from August and you end in May. So you're going to have to play these fixtures. Like, if your manager does not rotate, that is the problem. The more chance of you not rotating means that the injuries will get worse and worse. If you rotate, then those players can just relax and then they can get some minutes. But the problem is that this manager's not it. I mean, the top gooners just overhype like some of our players. like this manager as if he's done good things when he really hasn't. I mean, 1 trophy in 6 years, does that make him a good manager? No. I mean, his press conferences are stinky. I mean, some of the journalists don't even ask him appropriate questions. They don't challenge him. I mean, this is the problem I have with this manager. I mean, Ethan not been used. Eze should have been playing, but he doesn't. I don't know why. He had Eze, you had Northside to start as well. He doesn't. We've had some players this season that have been a liability. Zubimendi has been a liability this season. He's costing us. He got away with the free kick. The guy, I'm sorry, bro. The guy's never been a Thomas Partey replacement. He's been a downgrade. I think he's been so overhyped. I think he's massively overrated simply because of the fact that some of our fans think he's good at line breaking passes and all that load of shit. I mean, that is absolute bollocks to talk about Zubimendi's line breaking passes when you watch the guy, he gets pressed. Like, this manager's not learning his lesson. People say he's learning his lesson when he's not. He's not benching the players that haven't played well. He's keeps playing the same players week in, week out, and they'll get flogged. But it is what it is. There's no point in talking about it because Arteta's just not that sort of manager. And people say he's a world-class manager, but where's the trophies? What trophies has he won to make you world-class? I mean, a world-class manager is like Pep Guardiola. He's a winner. A manager, to be world-class, has to win trophies. I think some of these players are not going to call out Arteta because they know that if they say something bad about Arteta will kick them out. That is the problem. I mean, attitude problem is what Arteta doesn't like. He kicked Aubameyang out, and he's going to do the same thing to the players. But North, it is what it is, bro. I mean, I just don't have any confidence of winning anything this season. It's just going to be the same old Arteta. It's just going to be another trophyless season, and we're finished. If we don't win anything this season, we're just a finished club. I mean, if Arteta stays after that, it's going to be a long day for us.
No, I hear it. Johnny, I think he's going to ruin this generation of players, this crop of players. I think he's going to stay here long enough for us to have to go on a rebuild again. You know what I mean? The best years of these players, I think he's going to waste them. And we're going to look back on this time and say, yo, we didn't maximize the potential of these players. How do you see it?
I agree. I don't know if you saw the thing. I sent it to Shane, and AFTV admitted it, that there's been over 100 injuries to the players on this team since the 2004-2005 season, actually last season. So, you know, when you got a squad as small as we've had, especially when that idiot said last year that we knew we were coming in thin to the season, and there's been over 100 injuries in a year and a half, I 100% agree with what you're saying. The bigger concern is this, is again, right now, I'm standing by this. If Aston Villa gets another midfielder and another striker on loan, if they can miraculously pull off another 2 loans like they did last season with like Asensio and Rashford, not those specific players, but players of similar ilk that could turn it on for half a season, we got much bigger problems than just worrying about Manchester City at that point. Because, you know, you can argue right now, if you get a decent striker in to push Ollie Watkins out of the team and they start scoring goals, Villa's going to become a much bigger problem to deal with for the long stretch. I mean, obviously, we don't know. We don't have a crystal ball to see, but I agree with you. The injuries are the problem. Now, the other issue is this. Outside of injuries, it's just the same old shit of getting players who don't play in positions and trying to make them work in that position. You know, Trossard's been our best offensive player this season, and the only reason why he's playing is because of the amount of goals and assists that he has gotten so far. Let's all remember something here. This guy wanted to put Eze out on the left wing for whatever reason when he doesn't play left wing. And he keeps forcing this idiot Ødegaard in. I mean, I'm sorry. We got into it in one of the group chats that I'm on. I don't get what is with this emotional attachment to this guy. Unless you're like some of these other top gooners that all you do is gulp and burp Arteta, I just don't see how the hell you can still be backing some of these players when they're just shit. Somebody said, oh, Ødegaard is still our best creator. Dude, he don't create dick. So I don't know what the hell everybody is talking about with Ødegaard. Ødegaard should not be starting for this team anymore. I'm sorry, man. If you want to put Trossard on the left wing, I don't see how anybody but Eze is starting. And even like what Kwaja said, I would allow Nwaneri to start as a number 10 over Odegaard at this rate, man. The guy sucks. The guy sucks. I don't remember the last time he's had a good game. Some people try to say he had a good game in that second leg against PSG. He had one shot. The one shot doesn't count that you had a good fucking game. So the way everybody keeps cherry picking little bullshit here and there to further a mute point, I mean, I just don't get it at the end of the day. So, but to go back to what you're saying with injuries, yeah. And then the question, here's the worst part about it. We've spent over $1 billion. With how the rules and everything with finances work, what happens if we have to start downsizing and taking losses on sales of players that's going to handicap by further reinvesting into the squad with whatever new manager comes in if and when Arteta gets sacked? So I 100% agree. The injuries could cost us not just titles in the immediate, but also for the future, because we don't know how long it would take to rebuild the squad.
This is the problem, right? So this is the problem, right? I just don't understand. Why do people say that Ødegaard hates an illness and all this crap? The guy's full of PR. Like, every time I see Ødegaard, the guy takes way too many touches, right? I think North put out a clip to start the intro, pass the ball to Gyokores. Ødegaard can't even pass the ball to anyone. Like, this guy has no IQ. He has no vision. I mean, this is the same fans, Gianni, that said that Ødegaard's new haircut will lead to 10 goals, 13 assists. That means he will cook. That's what they've been telling us. They're saying that Ødegaard's new haircut will lead us to him getting GA. But where is the GA? I can't see any GA. Now, I just don't understand. Why do people overhype this player? This guy's not even top 20 centre mids in the world. He's not even top 20 attacking midfielders in the world. Like, what? Why are we talking about Ødegaard? What did he create last game? What did he create against Everton? The guy couldn't overhit a pass to Gyokores. We had the chance to get a goal at before half time. He mishit a pass to Gyokores. Bro, the guy can't pass. And they're going to talk about his injuries. Mate, the guy's been average for 18 months now. Like, what are we doing here? The guy has been a liar. He's been garbage, right? I don't know why Ødegaard is here, but I have a message from.
I think it's fair to say, Kawaja, I can just cut right in. You know, with his new haircut, he's actually chopped quite a bit off. Just like Samson, he might have actually lost a bit of his strength and ability. What say you?
Yeah, that's what they're saying. And I just hope that Berta sells him, because if Berta sells Ødegaard, I'll be so happy for him. That's the only thing I want. I just want Ødegaard to be sold. But they're telling us that we have an Ødegaard agenda. That's what everyone's telling us, that we have an Ødegaard agenda. Stripping off the captaincy is a bit harsh. I'm like, they just don't watch football with their eyes. They're like, I don't know what's wrong with their eyes. I don't know what's wrong with their brain cells. I think their brain cells are not functioning properly. Or is it the fact that they just love Ødegaard? They say, oh, you're a fake fan if you don't back Ødegaard and all this stuff. Bro, the guy's so weak. The guy can't even make a tackle.
Brother, let me tell you one thing, Kawaja. Once again, let me just tell you. I mean, like, listen, I've been one of those people as well who've gone on Twitter and say, you know, I even responded to one post by this chap named Dave Seeger. Maybe if you're still on Twitter, I can even send you that tweet. I've bookmarked it just for you. In fact, with your permission, Northside, let me just share this tweet if I can. Okay, I want you to.
You
see
guys
it.
need Arsenal needs some Napoli. Arsenal needs some Napoli fans to join, because this shit would never happen with us. Because we would start robbing players, robbing the coach, and everything else where we don't tolerate this
Absolutely.
bullshit. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Hamsik is one of the most loved players in Napoli. He had a bad game against Juventus that cost us a title a few years ago. The next day, him and his wife got fleeced for every single piece of jewelry that he had, and he lost his fucking car. So, I'm not trying to promote violence or shit like that, but at least to change the mentality of the fucking fans. Yeah.
No, but then that's the thing. Like, listen, Gianni, I wouldn't even go that far, because look, I get what you're saying. There should be a culture of accountability, but I'm glad you also said that there's no way that we should even condone this sort of stuff. But I was just looking for that tweet because I have bookmarked it and I'm trying to find it. But basically, we had some idiots saying that, with Odegaard being captain, how he, conducts himself. the armband supposedly means something again. And, I called him out on that by saying, no, I'm sorry, that's ridiculous. You can't just, just say that it's enough to be a captain here. And yeah, I found it. So let me just, if I can try and share this tweet, I can. Yeah. So I'll just share this with you. Share screen. Okay. Hopefully you can see this.
Yeah.
Yeah, so here it is. So this is the original tweet by Dave Seeger, this guy. Odegaard has grown into the captain's role. He is at ease with the responsibility and wears it well, prompting and urging his team on, quick to console and encourage individuals after errors on the pitch and stepping up in key moments. The armband means something again. And I ended up, quote tweeting him by saying, so the armband meant nothing when Aubameyang stepped up to win the 2020 FA Cup with goals in the semi-final and final, only to be alienated by Arteta not long afterwards. I can accept that maybe he is doing a decent job as captain, but he is nowhere near as good as people think they are. And unless and until he actually wins major silverware, he will be a failure as captain. And all this glazing over him is just pathetic. And I'm not going to waste any time talking about the responses to the tweet, but on Twitter, and even on a group chat where I was a part of, I had people slaughtering me all the ways to Sunday. How dare you talk about Ødegaard that way? He's an amazing captain. He was elected captain by his peers. And, and then there was another person saying that, silverware may be desirable, but it won't define a great captain. Sorry, tell that to Tony Adams, our greatest ever captain. Jesus Christ! The level of I can't even call it copium, but the level of crazed, demented love that people have for some of these players just because Odegaard has promoted them. I mean, Arteta has promoted them. It's just disgusting, really.
I would just say it's a level of stupidity. I would say it's just a level of stupidity. That's all that is. Not copium or anything else. It's just pure stupidity. I'm sorry, man.
Oh, absolutely.
Like this is where, and I'm not trying to come at you guys because you guys all have common sense and you guys all know how this game is supposed to work. But I'm sorry, man. Probably 87 to 90% of the English fan base across the board have all bought into this fucking stupidity, and I don't understand how this has happened. I mean, a little bit I get it, but it's fucking stupid. I'm sorry, dude. If you ain't fucking winning, you ain't doing shit, especially not with a big team. Again, I say this all the time. Napoli was bankrupt 21 years ago. If we go on to win the Super Cup d'Italia today, we've won more trophies than Arsenal in 21 years, coming from City of Chi, from the third division, and being bankrupt than what you guys had. God forbid we win the league. We win three league titles in 4 years with a budget of under fucking 450 million euros, and that's not pounds. So the level of stupidity and just glazing the manager and glazing these fucking players who don't show up in crunch time is absolute bullshit. Lorenzo Insigne is Napoli born and bred, was our captain. We shipped him off because of differences within the club. He's still regarded as a legend, but the guy didn't win us the league, which was the big thing. Votto won us the league when he took over his spot. So again, Insigne's born and bred, but you also got to take into consideration when it came crunch time in the league, he never did it. Yes, he won us some Coppa Italias, which we appreciate, because that's been the changeover from being where we were as a club then to where we are as a club now. If these fans can't understand it, then this club is doomed to stupidity for another 21 fucking years.
Yeah. Let me just say big up to Seymour in the chat, also big up to Black Crow for the compliment.
Yeah, Black Crow and Seymour.
You said it perfectly, Gianni. This is where we are at a club right now, where all these fans who are doing this, I mean, it's as if they're in a damn cult. And it's going to take something very seismic to sort of break the spell, which is why I don't know if any of you would agree with me on this. Kawaj, I'll come to you first. But there is a part of me that really hopes that Aston Villa go on to win. Just imagine how humiliating it would be to those fans, to those sycophants who said that Emery was never good enough for us. Emery was a useless manager. He left us in the mess of all that rubbish when none of that is true. How humiliating would it be to see the manager who they gleefully handed out win that Premier League trophy with a group of players who value him, who respect him a great deal, with a fan base who absolutely adore him, the work that he's done with them. And of course, if that's not enough, seeing Emiliano Martinez and Daniel Marlon also win the Premier League trophy before Arteta and his glazed players too. I mean, that's going to be enough to send to give Egal a huge aneurysm, because that idiot hates Emery to bits. But for these, some almost psychopathic fans, once they see Arteta for who he is, hopefully the spell will be broken. Although all we can do is hope. But Khawaja, what do you say to that?
Top goodness, they just don't rate Emery. One of them I think someone wrote in, I think was it Shane's chat, said that Emery was going to get us relegated. I just don't understand where is this evidence coming from that Emery was going to get us relegated. Like he put us, I think it was
closer to getting us relegated, finishing 8th twice. He never finished
15th in December 2020. Bro. He put us 15th.
Yeah, 15th.
Yeah, 15th.
He put us
exactly.
rock bottom of the league in 21-22. But they just overlooked it. They think that he's the Messiah, he's the new Jesus, that he is rose from hell and he is now going to heaven. Like that is the reality that we're in, right? And they said that Emery, bro, this is the same Emery that knocked Arteta out of the Europa League with Villarreal. After being sacked by Arsenal, following season, he was Villarreal manager and he knocked Arsenal out and he schooled Arteta and he knocked us out. And the same Emery that beat us in December, by the way, he beat us 2.5 weeks ago. He bought off Matty Cash and bought an attacker to win the game. When do you see Arteta do that? He bought off Cash for an attacker, and he wanted to win the game more than us. They wanted to win the game more than us because we were parking the bus. We weren't scoring the goals. We were just defending. Arteta does not like facing Emery, and it's shown why. The same Emery that dented our title hopes in 23-24 by doing a league double. People are still comparing Arteta to Emery. This has never been a debate. Emery is always clear and will forever be clear. So please, the top gooners, just please pipe down. And if Emery wins the league, I don't hear any of this excuses saying, oh, but he didn't have his pieces. Well, Emery did not spend a lot of money, and look what he's done to his players. Look at Emery's squad. He hasn't even spent a lot of money. And look what he's doing to the squad. He's getting the best out of some of his players. Like, if Emery had Victor Gyokores would be scoring goals easily. He'll be scoring goals. He'll be cooking. But with us, that it's like, oh, it's Aston Villa, man. Forget about it. It's like
Khawaja, besides that, here's the bigger talking point. If Aston Villa manages to win the league when PSR fucked them over because of the corruption and bullshit that goes on in the Premier League, that's even more embarrassing than anything else, because the big six, quote unquote, have to be protected by PSR to make sure none of these other ownerships that have come in, like Farhad Mashiri, even though he fucked himself up at Everton, but the amount of money that he dumped into Everton, or the amount of money that could be potentially dumped into Newcastle, or the amount of money potentially dumped into Villa, but also with the fact that Monchi, yes, he left as the sporting director in name, but he's still the advisor for the ownership and the board for Villa. So if Villa was able to get past all the roadblocks and bullshit that England has put in place to protect Arsenal, Spurs, Man City, United, Chelsea, and Liverpool in one, it would be a victory for football to show that the politics should not be in the sport first and foremost when it comes to money. But it would be even better to show that this idiot Arteta does not know what the fuck he's doing. I mean, I'm sorry, man. You put any other team that's in the North, when we did that live stream, the kid who was the Inter Milan fan, no team that in any other league that's at the same level of Arsenal or possibly bigger stand for this shit. He told you he wasn't going to take him at Inter because he don't win shit, and Inter demands winning. So, but again, I'm kind of with you on that to see if Villa wins. I don't want them to win because I want to see Arteta win, but if Villa was to pull off 2 loans or whoever and bought players to where they won, it would kind of be great for football because it should show that the PSR bullshit should go away because you're protecting these teams when they don't even deserve protection. But on top of that, it's just nonsensical bullshit. I mean, who the fuck really thought that Unai Emery was going to get this team relegated? I mean, that alone just shows you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about when it comes to this sport. Absolutely no idea.
He said that he put us in the pieces of hell. He was in the mud, and we were like, other than that, 6 points behind top 4. And he said, I think some of them were like, oh, Emery put us in the mud. Arteta never. Emery got mudded in the final and all this stuff. I'm like, he took us to a final. Arteta won an FA Cup with Emery's squad, but he spent $1 billion and still doesn't get to a final. I just don't understand what's the point of saying Arteta took us when he put us eighth, but they think that but the players must have put him 8th. Well, he's the manager. He put us 8th. I just don't understand why they say, oh, we're going to get us. He was putting us in the mud, Emery and all this stuff. Bro, put some respect on Emery's name. He took us to a European final. Arteta can't even get to a final right now. His last final was in COVID. Bro, what?
And it wasn't his team. And the year that we should have won when we were 8 points clear, everybody likes to glaze over the fact that him pulling Trossard is what cost us the league title. Because when he had to put his boy Gabby Jesus back in, what was it? Wasn't that the one win and 7 run that we went on to allow City back in to win? So, dude, at this point, all it is they're just all they are is attracted to Arteta. Their closet. You know what? I can't say the preferred word that I'd like to say because I'm not getting North canceled. But all they like to do is gulp and burp Arteta. That's it.
I just feel like with this fan base, I think it's more they stay wrong and strong because they're so loud. But like even when the manager first came, it was the youth project and Odegaard and all these guys are going to grow together and Saka's world class and this and that. They know within their friendship groups they've got. They're so loud on social media that they know in their friendship groups, they know they're going to get called out if this doesn't work out. And I think they're just trying to be wrong and strong. They see what's going on, but they're trying to be wrong and strong because they've put all their chips into Arteta being a success. They've run their mouth so many times. You know what I mean? For different reasons. For example, running up their mouth when we beat Man City last season, running up their mouth when we beat Real Madrid, running up their mouth because we beat Atletico, running up their mouth because we beat Newcastle this season. We don't usually beat Newcastle, it's a tough game. Running up their mouth when we're beating other teams. Bayern Munich, exactly. So they've been doing this for 6 years. They don't want to be proven. It's kind of like I'd rather dig my heels in and just be like, no, it has to work out just to be right. It shouldn't be about that. It should be about what's best for the club, not about your little arguments and these little battles. Because ultimately, I have no problem saying I'm wrong. If we win the league this season, I'll be like, cool, I was wrong this season. I thought we weren't going to win it. We won it. It's not about me having this ego that I must be right in every situation and I'm always correct. These guys, I feel like because they live on Twitter, they live on social media, they're so scared of being clowned that they must back this manager. Because they know the rivals will say, okay, well, what's going on? The rivals, they don't want the accountability from the rivals. Because they don't make their manager accountable. It's all about winning these little debates. It's all about, well, I told you that the manager is going to be a success. I told you that I would back the manager. I told you that Odegaard's the creative spark. I told you that Saka's world class. And it's all irrelevant. Like, ultimately, none of us should be proud enough to be like, okay, if the club is successful, that's the most important thing. If you got it wrong in your prediction, you got it wrong. If you got it right, you got it right. These guys dig in their heels. They want to be wrong and strong about everything. Everything. Whether you go to players, you go to the ownership, you go to the manager, they want to be wrong and strong. They never want to accept. When Eddie was here, Eddie was the greatest sporting director we've ever seen in our whole life. As soon as he's gone, Berta's the guy. But we were telling you about Eddie though. But you're telling us, let them cook, let them get their pieces. But look at who he brought in. He brought Jesus. In every situation, they always want to be wrong and strong. You'll only get the truth about this manager when he's gone. The only time this club is honest, they're only honest about Wenger when Wenger left. Then they wanted to be, you know what, the last 10 years wasn't good enough. Do you know what, the FA Cup wasn't good enough. When Wenger was here, we loved top 4. Top 4's the trophy. The FA Cup, it's fine. We can't compete. Who can compete? They went from how can you compete to they wanted Arteta to compete, but then they make excuses for him not competing, and he has every single thing that he wants. It don't make no sense. Mm-hmm. You went from FA Cup, isn't good enough. You now, no FA Cups, no cups at all is good enough. This is the biggest mind twist. FA Cups weren't good. We were tired of just winning the FA Cups. Now they're content with winning nothing. What kind of backwards mentality is that?
It's like arguing with a woman who just likes to nitpick and be a stupid bitch. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? That's what it is.
You're not wrong. I didn't debate that. This is what it is.
It's again, they wouldn't survive. I'm sorry, these guys would not survive in Italy. These guys would not survive in Italy with the fan bases in Italy. They wouldn't. They would get a brutal reality check to see how everybody has to be held accountable. Again, if Arsenal had ultras like any of the big teams in Italy did, this shit wouldn't be going on. It wouldn't be going on at all. You've seen how the players look scared when they get checked by their ultras when they drop even just a stupid game if they were up 2-0 and lose 3-2. We've seen the pictures of when Milan blew the season last year. Giroud looked like he was going to shit himself when he saw them ultras yelling at him. That's the problem, is that there's no, exactly what you said, because there's no accountability from the fans talking craziness. That's why the team is allowed to get away with bullshit, because this wouldn't happen anywhere else. It would not happen. It would not happen in Italy. Would not happen in Germany with the fans having part ownership of the team. The French ultras are nuts. I'm sure, North, you could probably speak to this. This wouldn't happen in Portugal. This wouldn't be happening in Portugal with some of the fan bases in Portugal. It's only England that allows this nonsense.
Our fan base are like the Drake fan base. Yeah? Our fan base are like the Drake fans, bro. They're like the OVO fans. Drake lost the beef against Kendrick. They're still like, oh, but he's still beating him in streams. Oh, but this, but that. Yeah, but he's doing arenas. You know what I'm saying? He's doing arenas. He's got the #1 album. He's got more flipping. He's got more. What's that award again? What's it called? The golden one? What's that?
The Grammys.
The Grammys. He's got more Grammys, bro. Do you know what I mean? He won the beef. He had a successful hit song with Not Like Us. No. Drake is #1. The Drake agenda's got to stop. They're all trying to tear down Drake. That sounds like Arsenal fans. You talk to Drake fans, you talk to Arsenal fans. A group of deluded people. They cannot see where the club goes wrong. They can't see where Drake goes wrong. Drake didn't win. Drake had the red button to finish Kendrick, but he decided not to do it. But then he was dropping diss tracks. Arsenal, the same thing. We could have won the league, but we had injuries. Everybody else had injuries. Yeah, but you know, Arteta couldn't execute because of the injuries only. Okay, what about the season we didn't have many injuries? Oh yeah, but we needed our pieces. It's the same delusion. Drake OVO fans and Arsenal fans always ignoring reality, bro. They never. And you know what it is? It's a conflict of interest for these men to be to change. If for example, a gal's created a channel where everything is amazing, everything is positive. If he starts calling out the manager, for himself, he feels like he's going to lose the subscribers that he's got. Rory talks nonsense. He spends every day of the week doing TikTok and doing YouTube videos talking rubbish about the manager's incredible. So now it's a conflict of interest. My channel's always been me saying my opinion, whether you guys accept my opinion or not. I will still say my opinion. I didn't say, oh, I'd never praise this manager. Under no circumstances, I'm not backing down. Even if he wins the league, I'm not. I've always stuck to, I will praise where praise is due. That's it. And I'll stick to that. But these guys, they built a following. And if you notice here, that side of the fence can't have objective conversations. Why does Terry go ultra positive? Why did Judge Mo go ultra positive? She knows football. She knows rubbish. Flipping Rory. They know if they go away from praising the manager and the team, all of a sudden there's people, their followers will not listen to them. Because
that guy don't even know his own interhistory. That guy don't even know his own fucking interhistory. So why somebody listens to him, I got no idea. That guy doesn't even know his own fucking history of Inter. And as far as Egal goes, dude, the guy's still glazing the Toronto Maple Leafs. They ain't won since the 1960s. So he's the ultimate trust the process. So it is what it is with that.
Ultimate trust the process.
Hey, Northside, don't forget the same Rory that blamed Gabriel's injury to scheduling on TikTok. He said that the scheduling is the problem for Gabriel's injury as well. So you might as well talk about the fact it was like the scheduling.
But you know what, Kwaja? That's the English media in general with that, because the English media has been crying for eons about how the Serie A adjusts the schedules for the team in Europe. That's the English media. It's not anybody's fault that you guys have an extra cup competition going on with everything else. Don't blame all the other countries for doing that shit. That's your own stupidity if that's what you're going to use for an excuse for not winning Champions League or all that other bullshit. So that's been the English media for 30 fucking years complaining about how the scheduling goes and all that. That one's nothing new. But the fact that you continue to the definition of insanity is to keep saying the same thing over and over and doing the same thing over and over again when the results aren't changing. That's all it is at the end of the day.
It's not even insanity, Gianni. It's part of being in that cult. You keep saying it, and you are the one who literally has to believe it. Say that you believe it, even though you know in your heart that you're wrong. And it goes back to what Northside was talking about, being wrong and strong. No, you're just wrong. True strength is being willing to admit that you're wrong and saying, you know what, we've got to do better than this. And that is something that our fans are going to have to learn the hard way. I'll tell you what, though, let's not forget that in the last few days, the last few years of Wenger's reign, there were some fans who had enough. The fans who are bringing banners to the stadium saying, you know, it's time to go. Thanks for the memories. It's time to say goodbye. I think sooner or later we are going to see that. You know, we do despair about what's going on, and especially like it's not just even with the Arteta fans. There are so many cults all over the world where, you know, I mean, the members of those cults are just so damn obnoxious, and in the words of Phil Collins, they're in too deep, literally. But sooner or later, you know, their moment of truth will be, you know, coming, and they'll definitely feel it coming in the air tonight. And you know, sooner or later, the wheels of time, they go around, and eventually all of these cults will end up, you know, starting to realize that, you know what, enough's enough. We can't continue on this particular path. And for Arteta to be leading us through one of our biggest trophy droughts, not quite as big as the 9-year trophy drought we were on under Wenger, but still quite big in many ways. You know, the fans just don't even seem to care. The fans are just happy with the carry on. But eventually, all things will pass. And I just hope this one passes too.
Mm-hmm. They're talking. Do you remember when Ødegaard said that Arteta's last 5 years is better than Wenger's? That was wild. I can't lie. Imagine saying that Arteta's last 5 years is better than Wenger's when he won 3 FA Cups. He'd been to, I think, 4 finals. Arteta's been to no final. And every single final he's been dogged.
Arteta is an architect. He's the architect of destruction. He's the architect who can't finish a damn building that he designs or builds. What's the use of building some beautiful walls and a wonderful foundation if you can't even put the goddamn roof on top? For Pete's sake, man. It's ridiculous. And then for him to also say that if we earn success under the next manager, Arteta should get his share of the credit. No, you do not get credit, as I've said. You don't get credit, as I've said on many occasions, for just building the foundation, building the walls, designing everything wonderfully, and not completing it by putting the roof on top. It's ridiculous.
Big up Rashid in the chat. Big up Rashid in the chat saying Madueke has an illness.
I don't agree with this comment here, yeah, because look, I'm Portuguese. I don't have this mentality. But when I've got a lot of friends that are English fans, they have that kind of mentality. Gianni's Italian; he don't have this mentality. Do you know what I mean? I don't think it's about local, because when Sky Sports and all these other media entities start putting out, you know, top four's a trophy and all this type of stuff, that weren't from the fans abroad that did that. When you see all the PR from TalkSport, that's not from fans abroad or from fans from away. So you know what? I don't agree with this, bro. Because at the end of the day, I've bought my mentality from my family that are from Lisbon and Benfica fans, and we don't accept that. The same Gianni, Manny as well's got the same mentality. Quad's got the same mentality. We're all foreign. We're not English. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah, that's a lot of bullshit.
Rashid as well. Rashid is North African. He don't have that mentality. Do you know what I'm saying? Like this whole local, bro. The media is English, not foreign. In England, it is English media, and they're the number one people that are promoting this kind of mentality of "Don't worry, you go again. Don't worry, Arteta's done well. Let's do another interview. Arteta, it's incredible what you've achieved here. It's incredible what you've done with the squad." It's not the foreign fans saying or doing that or clipping that up. So the media is English. The fan base as a whole, the majority of the people that are thinking like that, well, not all of them, because there's some that are British born that are there, But there's a massive group of the English fans that have this kind of mentality. And a lot of us that have this mentality, not only because there are English people that have the standards as well, but the media and everything else on social, a lot of it is pushed by English media. How is it on the foreign fans? The foreign fans that are Spanish, they know they support clubs like Barcelona and Real Madrid that support our clubs as a second club. They know about winning. It's not on them. The Italian fans, Portuguese fans, even some of the German fans. That are, you know what I mean? So it's like, come on, you can't just say, oh, it's the... Nah, bro. It doesn't make any sense to me what you're saying, like the local fans. When I've been to the games, the last time I did go to the games, it's the local fans, clapping failure, clapping the players, saying it's an incredible performance against Wolves, celebrating like we won the league, telling us October champions. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying all of them. Like I said, you can't generalize everyone. Of course, there's foreign fans that are a bit deluded as well. Everyone's people at the same time. But to put this because, it's gone global. Well, I'll tell you what, the standard in a lot of these other leagues, it hasn't dropped. It hasn't dropped, bro. You know what I'm saying? It hasn't dropped. Because I don't see this PR in Portugal. I don't see it, bro. And I can only talk from where I'm from. We don't have that. You win or you don't win. I don't hear Braga are the main team. Braga are like Spurs. They're good enough to compete, but they never get over the line. Yeah, I don't hear, Braga, it's a beautiful journey. Oh my days, how many years have you been challenging, not getting over the line? They don't get over the line. Sometimes they win the odd cup, but when it comes to the big trophy, winning the league, they don't get it over the line. I don't hear a whole love fest like it is over here in England. It's amazing. Arteta, let's do another journey. Let's talk about your time at PSG as a player. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about how you failed at Barcelona. Let's talk about this. They don't have that. So is it really the foreign fans?
No, it isn't the foreign fans. And I also want to have a point of comparison. We were talking about the prospect of Aston Villa winning the league. Let's also run it back to Leicester City winning the league in 2016. You know, the ironic thing is that it was actually Spurs who had a better chance of winning the league that season than we did. They ended up falling away and finishing third, and somehow we finished second. And, we still talk about how we were the only team to do the double over Leicester, including smashing them 5-2 at the King Power Stadium. But, Leicester won the league, and their fans had every single right to talk about, how beautiful the journey was because they actually reached their destination. Journeys don't mean anything unless you actually get to where you want to go. And I'm not that type of person who talks about the journey that much in any way because, that's just it's just utterly ridiculous in many ways. The next season, when Leicester were not doing so well in the league, although ironically they were doing quite well in the Champions League, they sacked Ranieri because they realized at that particular moment that they couldn't simply, continue to live off the wonderful vibes and happy memories of the season before when, the following season things were just going completely sideways, backwards, or even just going to pot. So they had to sack him, and Craig Shakespeare came in and stabilized the ship and kept them in the league. And they, of course, tragically very nearly reached the semi-finals of the Champions League, only to lose in very unfair and heartbreaking circumstances. But you would never even hear of Leicester City fans talking about, the journey then. I mean, even now, they're still, they got relegated last season, so they're still in the Championship, and they're trying to just think of ways to sort of get back into the Premier League. Yes, there will come a time when they reflect on everything that's happened under Ranieri and all the wonderful things that they did, winning the FA Cup under Brendan Rodgers, reaching the Conference League semi-finals, coming ever so close to qualifying for the Champions League again. But those fans are sensible enough to know that past glories and past memories do not mean anything in this current context of football. And that wisdom there is something that many of these fans just lack. How the hell can you talk about, as I said before when I came on, how the hell dare you presume to talk about, being the third biggest club in the country and saying how we have a right to puff out our chests and, talk about how we're all that and just continue to excuse what's going on without winning any damn thing. And that's the way these fans are. They gaslight people. They want to have the penny in the bun. It's disgusting in so many ways. And they don't even have the ability to look inside themselves and say that they're wrong, at least not, in public. And those are the types of fans that will end up, bringing the club down. Fans like us who want the team to do better, who know about how good we've been, who know about how good we are, but know that we are not at the level. when we demand more, when we expect more, how can we just, continue to be happy with all of this? And that's something that a large number of these Arteta sexuals will never, ever understand. But as you mentioned, Jay, so many fans in Italy, the culture is different. They're the ones who get it. They really get it. And that's the way we should be, but we'll never learn. We're just never going to learn. That's the problem.
Well, I was going to add to what North was saying.
They just
because this ties in.
Enjoy the journey and all that.
Yeah, well, here's the problem.
Enjoying the journey and all this stuff.
Them talking about foreign fans and it going global. Well, I'm sorry, dude. If you don't want it to go global, start protesting to get rid of FFP, so then it's an even level playing field across the board like it used to be. Oh, you don't want that because the Premier League was getting smacked up in the fucking Champions League a lot more than what it was. So don't start talking about it, not of it being global, if you're not going to then bring up the fact that all this extra money that you guys get goes away. So that's a bullshit fucking point even to bring up in the first place. Because you give that money back to AC Milan and Inter, we're going to see a whole different level with the Champions League again. So that's a dumb fucking point for the first one.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I just respectfully disagree. He said, North, don't get me wrong. What I'm saying is that we are so global now for money and that we are full of PR. And that is what lowers the standards. It's kind of different to what you said before, but that's fine. Listen, we can agree to disagree. You mentioned the it being local. Okay, if that's what you meant, that's what you meant. If that's what you meant, cool. But like I said, I can't lie. It's only in England that I hear this kind of mentality, bro. And I spent my whole life going back and forth to Portugal, and I never heard that there. When I've been here in Spain, the people I've spoken to here in Spain, just randomly, I don't even tell them my opinion. I just ask them a question. But me and Lee, even when I was on Lee's channel, and we're with the we're in a taxi, and Lee was like, "Yo, ask him this, ask him that." So I asked him a couple of questions. I said, "Would you take Arteta?" He goes, "Who's Arteta?" He's a Barca fan and he's a City fan. I was, "Who's Arteta? What's he done?" Because I wouldn't take him. He's like, "No, I wouldn't take him. Take him for what?" This is the mentality. I never told him to say that. I just asked him a question. I don't know how he's gonna respond. The Italian brother as well. Do you know what I mean? Andre, he's randomly we asked him. Yeah, I mean, anybody that was there, we just asked him. Do you know what I'm saying? What do you think about Arteta? He spends money. What does he win? Do you know what I mean? And it's like, to English fans, not all of them, because there are a lot of English fans that have standards. So I'm not trying to generalize everyone, but I'm saying there's a majority now with this mindset. And they're like, what do you mean? What do you mean? But look at but it's difficult to achieve. It's difficult. Well, it's difficult to achieve everywhere. It's difficult to achieve with Napoli. It's difficult to achieve. The job is not easy. I don't know what these men want. The job is not easy. We know that, yeah? The job is not easy. That's why not all managers are winners. That's why not all managers win the league. But they're paid handsomely. Even if they're on 5 million a year, you're paid money that most people don't get. So there is an expectation behind that. There is an expectation. We're not going to just keep applauding you because, it's so difficult going up against City, so difficult going up against Klopp's Liverpool. Yes. And that is why you're paid the money that you're paid. But it doesn't mean that you can't achieve, bro. You're given money every January, every summer to go and address the team and build a squad that's good enough. The backing that Arteta gets, name me other managers that get that, because there's loads of managers that don't get that. Conte's always getting angry. Yeah, I mean, wherever he goes, he doesn't feel like he gets enough backing. Yeah, I'm saying Jose kicks up a fuss, and these are serial winners, and they kick up a fuss that they're not getting enough backing. This manager's got all the excuses in the world. Conte goes to a club, there's expectation to win. Jose goes to a club, expectation to win. Pep goes somewhere, expectation to win. It doesn't matter where they go. The expectation follows them and precedes them. So we don't go to them, this is a great manager that they're challenging. These men weren't given a round of applause for Pochettino for just challenging. So why do we have to applaud Arteta for just challenging? They weren't applauding Brendan Rodgers for challenging with Liverpool, but when it's Arteta, we have to applaud it. Now get out of it. When our rivals don't achieve, you men are quick to cook them. And football is very black and white to these guys when it's our rivals. Ole won a cup, but you weren't going to win the league. Lampard was there, but he couldn't win nothing. It's very black and white. When we talk about Arteta, that's when we have to talk about context and, but what about this? But what about look at where he's finished and this and that. You might have none of that context when it's the rivals. When Ole was finishing second with Man United one season, you lot didn't say, he's the top manager because he finished second with Man United. You said, what did he win? You men are very black and white when it's everybody else, bro. And you move the goalpost as soon as it's talking about this manager. Every single time. When Spurs fans were sucking off Pochettino the way Arsenal fans are sucking off Arteta, yeah? What did you say to him? Yeah, but he didn't win nothing. Yeah, but he didn't win nothing. Yeah, but he got them challenging. He got them to a Champions League final. I agree that he wasn't as good as they gassed him up. So why you have that energy for Arteta then? So why do you have that? Because it's very black and white when it's Pochettino. And to be honest, let's be fair to Pochettino. He did it, and he didn't even spend a half of the money that Arteta spent in this squad. So let's be fair to the guy. He was achieving with a club that squad wasn't built to win. That squad wasn't finished. He was making players better, trying to make Dyer better and all these men better. Got Harry Kane. Yeah, I'm saying, what was he on the bench of Leicester? But brought Harry Kane, goes, yo, cool. We're gonna make this. Nobody, bro. We had Kane, bro. You weren't even looking at Kane like that. We're just like, yeah, just someone for the academy. Do you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So at the end of the day, I'm not hearing it. We've seen managers with less resources, less time, do the same thing as this manager, and these men are very. What did they win? Maresca at Chelsea wins the Carabao, wins the Club World Cup. We don't care. Okay, but you don't care about trophies. But then every time the rivals don't win something, if Chelsea didn't win it, you'll be clowning them. So which one is it? Is it trophies? Is it not?
Facts.
If they didn't win it, you'll be like, you guys can't even win you can't even win the conference. But we can't even win the Europa. Apparently we're above it, but we can't win it. But it's below us, but we can't win it. Come on, man. What annoys me with this fan base here is they're never consistent. They're never consistent with their judgment. Never consistent. These men were quicker to cuss out Unai Emery, but yet he didn't have the money nor the time. But yet he was a flop, finishing 5th. Then this manager comes in 8th, 5th. All of a sudden, it's a miracle. We need patience. But why do you have patience for a manager that finished 8th twice, but the manager that had that same dead team that you said that need to be rebuilt, finished 5th and got to a final, that guy don't deserve time. That actually has a CV. That guy don't deserve time. Make that shit make sense. It don't make sense. It's called favoritism. It doesn't make sense. Do you know what I mean?
And on top of that, they don't like the context that goes with the bullshit either. When there's context to also the bullshit as well, they leave that context out. It's only context when it stops certain things because of their favoritism. Nobody likes to talk about the season that when he finished 8th, he had us in 6th and fucked up and dropped us to 8th. Nobody likes to talk about the season we finished 5th. He had us in the Champions League spot, fucked it off. Everyone only remembers the North London Derby. He dropped several games outside of that because we were balling out the season. We were in 3rd and fell all the way to 5th. And then nobody likes to talk about the context. Oh, we weren't old enough. No, dude. He rushed Gabby Jesus back to take over Trossard, who was arguably our best player in that time when we got him from Brighton, and fucked it off. So again, it's even with context, they only like to choose a certain bit of it that only goes towards their narrative. It's all horse shit. It's all horse shit at the end of the day. And to go with context for certain things, context only applies to smaller clubs. I'm sorry, man. Arsenal is a big club. Fuck all that context shit. You either win or fuck off. That's what the mentality is. If you're going through a rebuild, or if you're coming from a different place where you're coming back out of relegation stuff, that's where you can apply context. Context should not be applied to the bigger clubs. Fuck off. You don't see Real Madrid applying context. Why did Carlo Ancelotti get sacked? He's won the most trophies for Real Madrid. They didn't give a fuck about that context. That's the difference, and that's the thing. They're scared. These fans are scared of keeping Arsenal on that level, because then all their little bullshit talking points that they go on to all these different panels and all this other nonsense go right out the fucking window if they have to adopt the same mentality as a Real Madrid or a Barcelona or a Bayern Munich.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy. This fan base is the epitome. We want the praise of champions, but we don't want the expectation of champions. That is this fan base in general. We want the praise of champions. When we beat Bayern, praise us like we're champions. When we beat Spurs, praise us like we're champions. When the pressure's on and say, all right, cool. Shatana order. It's time now to win trophy. Were we not October champions? Were we not the best
November
team in Europe
champions.
because we beat Bayern? Yeah, you man want the praise without the achievement. That's my problem. I have no problem praising champions. Let's be champions, and then I'll give it all the praise because it would be well deserved. We're champions. But you man want a lot of these man just want nah. We're this, we're that. Every single win, Real Madrid. Yeah, look at us. Nobody can stop us. Nobody can stop us. Look at the team. I don't care what they saying now. Or the Arteta haters, what they're saying now. And then as soon as PSG slap us, well, it's difficult. It takes a while. It's not easy to win the Champions League. I mean, it's not easy. I don't want to hear it. Don't put your chest out like that if you're not ready to be held to that standard. And I have no problem. Do you know what I'm saying? No problem in backing, in people backing the team. But if you have that level of expectation and you rate the manager and the team like that, cool. When they don't achieve, it's time to have those conversations because they're not reaching the pedestal that you put them on. That's my problem. If we lose to Crystal Palace, watch all of these man say, we don't care about Carabao. We're going for the bigger trophy anyway. It's good. We got it out of the way. Now we can focus on the league. Bro, we are 3 games. It's 3 more games, bro. Just go out there and win. It's not really going to affect us like that. Just go out and win the trophy, bro. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, but now we can focus on this fan base dismiss everything to do with success.
Bigger fish to fry. Ridiculous.
It's jarring, bro. It's jarring, bro. But yeah, man. Listen, we're gonna wrap up because I need to go to the shop and get my internet sorted. But last words, Kawaja. We'll go around everyone one at a time. Kawaja, last words, bro, before we wrap up.
I don't really know what to say, bro. I mean, we got Palace next, so we just have to beat them. That's the only thing we have to do. I mean, Top Gunners think that the Carabao Cup is just a dusty trophy. That's what they think. I mean, we haven't won this trophy for 33 years. Let's not think that. Let's not go too far on that. I mean, this is the opportunity to win a trophy. If you win the Carabao Cup, that brings that winning mentality for you in order for you to win the Premier League. If you start winning the Carabao Cup, that gives you an opportunity to get that winning mentality going. But if we don't win it, there's no winning mentality. It's just a losing mentality.
Mm-hmm. I hear it. Manny, last words, bro. Love for jumping on as well, man. Big up Kaja as well.
Yeah, and I hope you appreciated what I also had to say about, marriage and all of that. I was surprised you went on that tack, but, I'm 45 years old, soon to be 45, actually. Arteta and I have the same birthday. Never been married, of course. Never been in a relationship. I'm embracing celibacy. Celibacy is liberty. And as far as Arsenal are concerned, I fear it's going to be the same old rubbish again and again. But if we lose to this Crystal Palace team that are in a very bad run of form, let me tell you something right now. This has to be the start of a reckoning. So if the boys are serious, if Arteta is serious, he'll take this game seriously and make sure that we win. And I don't want to hear any of this bigger fish to fry nonsense. This season, we have to see a reckoning. I know that I keep saying the same thing again and again. There has to be a reckoning. There has to be a reckoning. This time, it really needs to happen. And hopefully our fans will see everything for what it is. We win a trophy, cool. But I won't be satisfied with just a League Cup after 6 whole years. Or even an FA Cup. Has to be one of the bigger trophies. Otherwise, not good enough for me. Simple as that.
Nah, I hear it, man. I hear it. Nah, big up, Manny, man. Love for jumping on every single time. Gianni, man, last words, man, before we wrap up, bro. And love for jumping on as well every time, bro.
No, always appreciate you having me on. Big up Manny, big up Kwaja. Yeah, they got to win today. Like I said, for me, if Arsenal don't win the League Cup, they're just showing again they don't have the mentality to go through the full season to win the Premier League. That's my honest opinion. Like I said, I'm a believer in heritage. I don't think Arsenal has built up the heritage in order for them to be able to go on and win the Champions League just yet. I think that's a few years down the line. We need to win some leagues. But no, we need to win. We need to win today, and we need to keep pushing through. And like I said, we need to start changing the way that we play. We need to tweak it. We need to play better football because I fell asleep during that Everton game. And the fact that I'm falling asleep to a team, and I didn't even get stoned that day. So the fact that I'm falling asleep through the Everton game, not smoking weed, and the fact that we spent $1 billion and we play like that, nah, man, I'm not having it. I'm not having it. This is Arsenal. We don't play that. We play beautiful football. We're supposed to be smacking teams off the park. That's the way this team is supposed to be playing. That's the Arsenal I grew up and became in love with. So, yeah, man. And always appreciate letting me on, North. And again, congratulations on getting in the crib in Spain. And hope all is well. And I'll talk to you soon, man. And if I don't see any of you guys, if you celebrate it, have a good holiday.
Nah, big up, man. Yeah,
big up, man.
Listen,
Big up Gianni every time.
to you guys as well, man. You know what I mean? Happy holidays, man. We're almost at Christmas, man. So yeah, big up to all 3 of you. Love to all 3 of you for jumping on, giving up your time. I always appreciate it. Big up to the chat. Big up to everyone that's got me to 20K. We're going to be doing a late night show to celebrate that. And I genuinely appreciate that. Before that, we're going to get through what some top gooners have said. But Big up to everyone that's locked in and then everyone that's supporting. We're going to redirect to Never a Foul. Northside raid on the way in, and we're out. Love.